So you guys are all live, so you guys can't say anything too bad.
Make sure we're not having a bunch of conversations. This is Justin Nelson, and at 22 years old, he was the MNT team lead, and his expertise in Facebook, lead generation, and follow-through significantly contributed to his team's impressive growth to earn over $33 million in production, tripling MNT's staff and agents, and opening new expansion sites. So we're learning from a true expert. He's done it, and he's done it successfully. So thank you, Justin, for being here.
You guys have a lunch to go to at like 11, right? 11:30. All right, so we're going to make sure we use our time wisely and get you guys out of here on time. So you guys ready to go?
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. I'm super excited to be here. I was in Glenwood yesterday. You guys just have a beautiful scenery out here. That is awesome, that ride. Alright, so let's go through a little bit of my background. I kind of told a few of you guys a little bit of my background. So this says I'm currently the team leader of the Mike Nelson team. That's been my role for about a year and a half now. I currently stepped down from that role this past month. So Mike kind of steps, Mike in the back here is our CEO of the team. Matt was just brought on this past week to help with our education and training department, which is where I'm at now. And then Stacy, who's around here somewhere, is my full-time team member. So I am now a full-time teacher, so I teach about 144 market centers this year. I'll live on the road over 200 days, teaching mostly just KW market centers in this particular class. We don't teach any other class. We prefer to perfect one and teach it over and over again. So I am still the regional director for the Mike Nelson team expansion, so I'd be foolish not to tell you, not only do we serve Northern Colorado and Denver, we also now have a team in Colorado Springs. So anything on the flatlands of the Front Range, we cover now. All the way as east as you can possibly get in Colorado. As you said, I'm currently 22 years old, started in real estate in 2012. So for those that can do the math, they're like, hey, you were 16, how did you start in real estate at 16? We'll get into that in just a minute. In my first 2 years, I think the combined sales, I'm about 22 million in real estate. So about 78 homes sold in my first 2 years. Grew the team from about 10 to 15, 20 million a year, and this year we'll be about 35 million as a team. And then social media presenter. I say that if you guys have any other connections across KW that wants this class, I'd obviously love the referrals to be able to visit them in our city. Alright, so my real estate journey. In 2012, Mike Nelson quit his job after 20 plus years at IBM and started real estate. I started marketing for free. He was kind of like, you want to eat if you want to. Don't miss the social media thing, right? And so that's kind of where I started. I didn't work for free that long, maybe only a few weeks a month, and they started paying me based on commission. So I learned that commission thing from a really young age. I was paid when he closed deals. 2013, I started working 30 plus hours per week marketing and online lead gen. I kind of started as a team's ISA before I turned 18 during the summers. I was kind of that weird kid in high school posting Craigslist ads and trying to generate leads during the lunch break in high school. I got in trouble in class for lead generating. I was kind of that awkward kid, like, what are you doing back there, not paying attention? I'm like, no, I promise, I'm making money. So 2014, our team, Mike hired his first buyer's agent and brought on his wife and my mom as a transaction coordinator, and then a typical husband-wife team at that time. We brought on a buyer's agent, and that's kind of when I started full-time marketing manager during my junior year of high school, kind of maintained that ISA. Then during the summers and during high school, I was just a marketing manager. 2015, I moved to Rapid City, South Dakota, which was kind of by the North Pole, in my opinion. Super cold. I went there to play college football. I actually came out here and saw Mesa as well. It ended up going to an even colder place, I'm not sure why. I was studying mechanical engineering. My first summer back from school, I attended Bold, Tuesday Bold. I was like, yeah, go Bold. So my first summer back, when I attended Bold, I was not licensed. So we came to the last week, and the previous winter, I had worked with my mom to surprise Mike with me my license. He had no clue. So when we went through Bold, I basically took Bold, and my last aha, my last step was I'm dropping out of college. So that was a fun aha. It was like, that is not what I meant. Aha, but I always like to make a joke. That's the best way to get employment is when your parents are in real estate and surprise with a license and drop out of college. So that is my full story. 2016, I obviously received my real estate license shortly after Bold, and I started teaching Facebook classes when I was right around 19. I'd already been generating leads for our team for about 3 years on Facebook. 2016, I sold another 11 million in real estate. 2017, I was tasked to become the team lead. In combination with Mike, we grew from a team of 3 to a team of 12 in just 1 year. Now we're a team of probably 16, 17 any given day. Yeah, I don't even know all their names, I think. Just kidding. 2018, we sold also about another 13 million in real estate. We were going to open more expansion sites. Obviously, we serve Northern Colorado, Denver, and Colorado Springs is where we're at right now. We're working on Arizona as our next location. Alright, so before we start the class, that's enough fluff about me. Everybody's asked how I get the PowerPoint. So, two things. If you search Justin Nelson Social REA on Facebook, if you like the page, after the class I go through and send you guys all the PowerPoint. Second off, if you're like, I want it right now, you can just go to JustinNelsonCoaching.com. There's a download link in the top right where you can download the PowerPoint either now or after the class. I wouldn't say it's going to be a big help for you during the class because we're going to have it up here the entire time. However, it's a great thing to reference back after the class. Any other questions on that? Cool. Alright, so cool. I would like to start off with my big why, kind of how I transitioned from team lead and why I took the position I'm in now teaching full time. I obviously have a Max coach, and you guys have Max coaches, right? Some of you guys have Max coaches. We have a person right here in the front row, Regina, who's about to have a Max coach. Peer pressure. Peer pressure. We've known Regina for a while, but we just got a Max coach this afternoon. So, I trust that we'll make that happen. Cool. So that's obviously I have a Max coach. My Max coach is Tara Smith. She is currently a part of the #2 largest team in the United States as their top region director. So that's kind of how she led me to the path that I did not love selling real estate on a day-to-day basis, interacting with people double my age, always. And so, especially in the selling process, she found that I love teaching a product as a millennial to people that, did you guys all grow up with Facebook? I feel like Facebook has been around since I was in the womb. I came out with a cell phone in my hand. And so I understand there's a niche in the market of people that didn't grow up that way, right? So how do we make something very simple, go teach it to them and not get overwhelmed? We're going to talk about that. So, the number one thing to get after the class is, Justin, are you a coach? You guys ever go to these programs where people try to sell you like a $1,000 product, $3,000 courses? That's not who I am. I want to teach you guys. Has anybody ever paid money for something where they're going to generate leads for you? Yeah, absolutely. My job is to come in here and teach you how to not pay them anything and just do it yourself. And even more importantly, and very simply, and in a short amount of time. So as I started to travel through the United States, I'm going to go to 144 market centers. How many people do you think I'm going to meet from AW? About 8,500 this year. I love to stay in contact with all of you, and I'd love to be answering your questions, because I know about 50% of the room will have questions tomorrow on something I did. And so what the team lead started asking me to do across the United States is, Justin, we want our people to stay in contact with you. How do they stay in contact with you after class? But how do you, number one, I travel for free. I don't charge the market centers any money. And so she's like, how do you make money and do that? So what we did was started a mastermind group. So after the class, anybody that wants to join a mastermind group, there's no sales pressure. What you get is you get 60 videos. You get those videos every month. You get new videos. You have full access to my entire team. So if you have questions on ads, anything you have questions on, they're there to help. We don't do it for you. That's a big motto of our company. We will not do anything for you. We're going to teach you how to do it. So that's a month-to-month basis, $50 a month. Again, that's not what we're here for. However, we like to put that out there because I just don't have the time to coach, right? I want to get this message out to as many people. That's not something we do. We'll talk about that later. So you ready to go? Yeah. Cool. All right. You know everybody on the stream, it's all working right. I just want to make sure before I dive into the main content that we don't have any technical issues.
Just gonna kick back the mics.
Oh, okay.
It's got a little bit of an echo.
Cool. No problem. So how many of you guys are from Grand Junction and how many drove in today? Because I know you guys have quite a bit of. Who drove in? Pretty far. Where are you guys from?
Montrose.
Okay. Is it about an hour away?
Yeah, just over an hour.
Wow, I'm honored. Thank you. Anybody else? Early morning?
I mean, it's an early morning.
You must have kids, don't you?
You should still be honored.
Yes. You found the one with kids. We good?
We're good.
All right, awesome. All right, cool. So my number one goal today is to give you guys something you didn't have, obviously. That's why you're here to learn. And my second question is, do you guys have a market center of scarcity or abundance? What kind of market center are you guys? Scarcity or abundance thinkers? Abundance, of course. So, and so am I. And what I mean by that is please feel free to ask me any question. It's not too personal. It's not too in-depth. Do you want to know our income? Do you want to know what we spend on this or spend on that? I feel like a lot of times instructors stand up here and they say all this big stuff and you have no clue. You have questions like, did they spend $500,000 last year on this? They want to take a guess for a team of 16 how much we spent on marketing last year? Online?
20,000.
About 15 to 16,000.
Wow.
For a team of 16.
Wow.
Now again, we might spend a little bit more that lenders help with, but we'll talk about that. But our personal pocket is about 15 to 16,000 at least on leads.
Wow.
Is that much for 16 people?
No.
No. So we're going to teach you a method where it should cost you very, very, if not anything. All right, so cool. So number 2 is help you find your social media one thing. And what I mean by that is I'm about to go through a quick little exercise. Is what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear social media? Facebook. Okay. Do some people say you should be on Instagram? Do some people say you should have Twitter? Do some people say you should have a business page on Instagram, a business page on Twitter, and a business page on Facebook, and you should post it to your business page and flip it upside down and get it to your personal page, and then somehow get it connected to your Twitter, and then get it to your LinkedIn if you're a LinkedIn person, and then maybe you should share it to, I don't know, Hootsuite, all these different things, Pinterest. Should you have a board full of homes for people to see, right? And then should you connect your Pinterest to your Facebook? And do you use your personal page for Facebook, or do you use your business page? And what are the legalities of using a personal page compared to a business page, right? We want to make sure that you guys can narrowly focus in on one thing. All right, so you need to be doing fewer things for more effect instead of doing more things with side effects, right? So today's class, we're covering Facebook and Facebook only. I can say after the class for everybody not going to lunch and cover Twitter, Instagram, anything you guys want to cover. However, why did you say Facebook?
Because that's the most used.
It's the most used. What's the average age in this room? I want you to tell me. I don't want to guess.
Average age in this room is, I would say, 40.
Okay, perfect. 40. What's your average consumer's age in this market? Roughly.
30.
Mid-30s? Mid-30s? Perfect. Do you think they're also on Facebook if you're saying Facebook is the number one?
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, if I had a room of a bunch of 22-year-olds trying to sell homes, Instagram may be an option.
Right.
It may be started of an option. I don't think that it's something that you should focus on. I think it's a great additional tool. That's why we're going to talk about Facebook only today. We're going to hit our target market. Cool. So the problem with most classes is people start to compare your insides to someone else's outsides. We're going to walk you through the journey of how we started and where we're at today, because everybody might fit in differently during those phases. What's your guys' average price point in this market? 238. So you're probably roughly a $7,500 commission check on average. Cool. You guys are giving me 3 hours of your time, but it'd be a good ROI if I could get you one more deal this year. Yeah. I don't want you to walk out overwhelmed and these instructors go, you're going to do 50 more deals from this next year. And then you just focus all your time on that. You forget about your sphere. You forget about your database. You stop calling expired. You stop doing open houses. That's not our goal. We want to teach you guys a strategy that can do you one more deal. It's a good ROI, right? Do I think you can do 3 to 5, 10 more deals when we teach you?
Yes.
Absolutely. However, I don't want you guys to walk out overwhelmed. So cool. So we already started this a little bit. What else comes to your mind when you hear what is social media? You obviously got Facebook. What else comes to your mind? Just buzzwords. Instagram. Perfect. What else? Snapchat. Perfect. I love Snapchat. We've done some deals from Snapchat. We'll talk about that later. What else? Pinterest. Perfect. What is social media's root is websites and applications that enable users to create and share content or to participate in social networking. My question is whoever's been to a happy hour, ever been a part of a BNI group or been to a networking event? Cool. There's 100 people in the room. Do you gravitate towards the 3 you know or the 97 you don't know? Keyword is gravitate. The 3 you know. Can those 3 that you know make a lot of money for you? Yeah. Could you make more money with the 97 you don't know? Absolutely. So my question is, and my next question is, can I be blunt and honest with you today? Yeah. Cool. I'm going to say some things in the next 20 minutes that your team leader is going to go, why did we invite him? And in the next 15 minutes, she's going to go, wow. It happens every class. Right, Matt? You've only been in one class. Yeah. Everybody's like, wow, what did he just teach us? And so what I'm going to say is I'm going to say a few things that you're going to have limiting beliefs come to your head. I already know what those limiting beliefs are. I've taught the class enough. And then we're going to defeat every single one of them. And anybody that wants to fight me on them, we can fight. Right? All right, perfect. All right. That's right, Regina. I wouldn't fight you. All right, today's agenda. Does anybody know what's on the left? And I'm going to flip the lights off here for just a second. What's on the left? Perfect. And that's kind of the example I use of people not knowing. Does that ruin the live cast? No? Okay, cool. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, extra conversations do.
Okay, cool. All right, so today's agenda is obviously number 1 is to figure out your guys' personal pages. So for the first hour and a half, we're going to figure out how to find and dig through, is your newsfeed full of junk right now? If you have 100 friends, when you scroll through your junk newsfeed, is it full of junk?
Oh, yeah.
Heck yeah, right? You got politics, you got negativity, you got people complaining, you got just junk, right? You got people that you probably don't even know all that well in there, right? Yeah, same thing. So the first hour and a half of the class is all personal page. It's a foundation. Who has read the MREA book? Perfect. We have a I'm not going to draw it, the pyramid, right? What's the bottom of the pyramid? Systems and models. What's the top? Anybody know? Creativity. Okay? For Facebook, the systems and models are your personal page. The creativity is Facebook ads. You flip the pyramid upside down, what's the problem with that? People it'll fall over, and people always start with Facebook ads first. They start boosting things thinking it's just going to magically make them money. It's not the case. So at first hour and a half, this personal page, that's honestly probably the most powerful part of the class. In the next 30 minutes, you'll probably want to leave the class and go, I've learned enough for today. I'm ready to go. The most powerful thing is what we're going to learn first. Second is obviously very powerful as well as Facebook ads. All right. Cool. So stop if you guys want to break. Feel free to come in and out. We usually teach this class in about 4 hours. So we're doing it in 3 today, so I don't expect a ton of breaks. But if you guys need one, feel free just to walk out and go use the restroom. All right, cool. So personal page interaction. So who knows what the 33 touch plan is? Perfect. It consists of emails, phone calls. You kind of have your own spin on it, right? Everybody's got their own spin. Tony DeCello in the past year, Diana Kokoska's husband, said, I believe the 33 touch is dead. It should be a 75 touch now. Is there a problem with that? Time. Who's like, I haven't even really perfected the 8x8 or the 33 touch.
Right.
That's me. How do I get to 75? So we're going to talk about how we get to 75 using social media, not using much more time, not using really any more money, things like that. So we're going to cover that. All right, who's been around in real estate when Facebook was not a thing? Okay, a few of you guys. If I asked you back then, before social media existed, should you be adding to your database each day, would your answer be yes? Yeah, absolutely. So I think the same thing should be done with Facebook. Who every day gets on Facebook and goes and finds 10 strangers to add?
I refuse to add strangers.
Perfect. You're going to love this part then. I'm going to challenge you in the next 10 minutes that if I'm invited back next year, which is about a 50-50 success rate, if I'm invited back next year, I want you all to have 2,500 friends on your friends list.
What if we have them?
That a girl. That's the answer. I love that. We're going to talk about that. I think there's a more effective way that you can use. So who has concerns about getting to 2,500 friends? What if I say get to 4,000? What if I say get to 5, max out? Would you all have concerns?
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. I've never walked out of a class where someone still had a concern about this after we teach you this next strategy. So we're going to come back to some of this in just a minute. All right. The average $3 million producer across the United States, so they do $3 million in volume. How many friends do you think they have on Facebook?
At least
4,500 at least.
On average, it's 338.
Oh no.
A $3 million producer on average has 300. And that's average, right? You got your big teams, your small agents. Now, the average $20 million producer, whether they run a team or they do it solo, how many friends do you think they have on average on Facebook? 2,500. They have 2,500. So that's where our number of 2,500 comes from. The average $20 million producer has 2,500 friends. The success leaves clues. Yeah. They have one tool that you guys, I almost guarantee, don't. And that's what we're going to show you right now. Cool. So a quote we love is, long ago I realized that success leaves clues and that people who produce outstanding results do specific things to create those results. Who knows someone in the Grand Junction market, we don't want to say names, that you're like, I've met them in person, I have no clue how they sell that much real estate because they're just wacko. And if it's yourself, you keep your hand up there, right? Like, I don't know how I sold that much real estate. And what I want to give you guys is, do you believe that there's some millennials out there, like my age, 18, 19 years old, that you see the results and you're like, they would have never have done that 30 years ago with no internet? Right?
Yeah.
I would say that's probably true. Right? I could not see a way that I would have sold 33 homes my first year starting 20 years ago,
Right.
10, 15 years ago. So we embraced that, and I think that's something that we want to change your mindset is how can you embrace that as well and add to the foundation you've built over time, right? And so, common limiting beliefs. So if I said, I want you to get to 2,500 or even more, I want you to get to 5,000 next year. Is there a privacy issue with that?
Yeah.
Because would you be a little concerned to post a picture of your kid if you had 5,000 strangers in Grand
Right.
Junction? Because here's the reality. Do you know some of the 5,000 on your list?
Oh,
If
yeah.
you had that. Would a majority of them have no clue who you are? Cool.
Yeah.
My first question. Are we taught to call for sale by owners, expires, and run open houses? When we call for sale by owners and expires, what's our number one goal?
Get it listening.
To get an appointment. Where does the appointment happen?
At their house.
So we are begging strangers to let us in their house. Okay? So first off, that's a mindset thing that we're going to go through. We're begging strangers to get in their house. Do you think that's more of a concern maybe than having someone stranger on Facebook? Yeah. All right. So that's a limiting belief number one, that we care about strangers on Facebook. We're going to get around that still. That I don't want strangers on my Facebook. I'm on the road 200 days a year. Do you think I want all 5,000 of my friends to know that? No. So we're going to talk about that. People won't accept my request. So if you got to get to 5,000, do you think there'd be a problem getting 5,000 people to accept your request? No. What do you think the acceptance rate is on Facebook?
Like 90.
That's a 97% acceptance
I bring it
rate.
down because I don't accept people.
I
If I don't know them, I
love
think I know them.
it. my news feed will be junk is probably one of the number one things
Yeah.
that would be a problem with 5,000 friends, right?
Yes.
Right.
I say it's not a problem at all. We're about to show you why. So cool. One of the things we do different in our class is we actually show you how to do things and not just talk theory. Because I could just move on and go get to 5,000, have fun, right? It's not what we want to do. Also, I do not hold liable anything that pops up on my screen in the next hour because people know that I teach Facebook classes for a living and they send me messages of really funny things, and so no clue what it would ever be on my screen. So I try to turn them off, but who knows? All right, cool. So when you log into Facebook, what do we call that we're scrolling down right now? Newsfeed. Change the language. We're going to call it the junk feed now, okay? When I log on to Facebook, I never use this.
Okay.
So if you're like, you never use that, what do you use? How do you interact with people? How do you comment? How do you see things? There's a really cool button here in the bottom left corner called a friends list. And it's not what you think it is. There's only usually about one person in the room of this size that's ever used it. This button right here is under Explore. If you don't see it at the top, you might have to click See More to open up all these options, okay? When you go into Friends List, it's going to open up all these lists. So what happens is, I'm going to create a list. What may be, just without knowing what I'm about to do, what may be a good list for you to have in real estate?
5,000.
Well,
Sorry.
no, you're good.
Conjunction.
I would
Let's call it Sphere of Influence. Let's try that one for first. Sphere of Influence, I got to label it a number because I have made this so many times. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a few people in my Sphere of Influence to start, okay?
Nice.
Hopefully Regina doesn't have anything bad on her. All right, so I put 4 people in my Sphere of Influence and I hit create. What does this look like now?
Just
Looks like a news feed, just with 4 people in it, right? So when I scroll through, who am I only going to see?
The 4 people.
Okay, cool. If I post right here, who's going to see it? Just those 4 people. It's private. They cannot share anything. No one outside those 4 people ever have a possibility of seeing what you post in there. Okay. Does that make sense? You guys ready for the class to be over and you can walk out? Perfect. Now the question is, let's start here. If I have a listing, do I post it in my junk news feed for all 5,000 people to see it, or do I post it into my Sphere of Influence for 4 people to see it?
5,000.
5,000 because exposure, right? If you want people to know you're an agent, you're doing an agent branded post, where do you post that? To your 4 or to your 5,000?
5,000.
5,000. If I'm on the road for 200 days a year and I don't want my clients to know I don't sell real estate anymore, where do I post it?
Sphere.
My Sphere. How do I get teaching gigs? Team leads, productivity coaches, education chairs. So, an example is when I log on to Facebook, look at this. This is all full of junk. 5,000 people's worth of junk. I don't use this. I go right over here and I go, who do I want to interact with right now and be intentional about? Oh, I want to go interact with the team leaders of Keller Williams. I have all the team leaders of Keller Williams in here. So now I know that I'm staying in contact with the people that keep me employed. Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know Antoine at all, but guess what? I may comment. Hey, Antoine, that is a great scenery. Where are you at? Could that engage conversation?
Like a shirt.
Yeah, like the shirt. Hey, man. Now, what is missing right here that normally would be here? Share button. It's because it's private. They can't share anything. So you have 5,000 friends. You want to post something about your kid. Are you posting it to the 5,000 or are you posting it to your friends and family list?
For the family.
Family. You get to control who gets to see things, right? So, an example, I go into an open house and I have 3 sweet families come in. They're super awesome. I think there's a possibility that if I follow up with them, I can convert them. Normally we would not add them to Facebook, right? Because we don't want to know their life and junk our feed. I'd say we want them on our Facebook account now, because guess what? I'm going to call it stalking, okay? Here's the thing. Could you follow up and know their life now? Make it easier to follow up with them. Yeah, I know you have 2 kids. I know you have this. I know you have that. The reality is they're going to add you, okay? You can make an open house list. And now you have a list of, you go open a feed, go to your friends list, and you can look at everybody you've ever had invited to your open house. You call them. They say we bought already. What do?
Yay!
Yay, delete them as a friend.
Yeah.
Right? Because we're self-owners and expireds. Whenever we start calling them, when they list with someone else, do we keep calling them? No. We delete them off our list. So why don't we do the same with Facebook? It's a social networking platform to get in contact with people. Now, there's still some limiting beliefs here, right? And I still want to go through a lot of those. So right now, does anybody have any questions or limiting beliefs that are still in your head around the list?
Does it matter if you still have that Explore tab when you're in your business page as well as your personal page?
No, so business pages, you guys are going to love my answer on this, maybe not. Business pages are completely dead.
Yeah.
They're completely dead.
What do you mean?
We're going to talk about that in an hour and a half, so I'm going to leave you on a cliffhanger there.
Oh.
I'm gonna leave you on a cliffhanger there. All right, so my question is,
my business page.
what? So my question is, all right, did anybody send me a friend request yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, who's Amanda?
That's me.
That's you? Perfect. All right, I'm going to hit confirm. See, now watch this. It's going to say friends. I'm going to hover my mouse over that, and then it says add to another list. So then you can go choose, whenever you get friend requests, which list they go into. I haven't created a Grand Junction list yet, so I'm going to add a new list.
99. So you're,
I'm going to call it Grand Junction Agents. Enter. She is now on that list. Cool. Let's say Amanda also is a family and close friend. Could I also put her on that list? Sure. I could put her on multiple.
Nice.
So a past client could be family. They could also be kinds of things, right? And so now, let's take for example the Valentine. I was just in North Carolina. I was at Valentine this past week. I could go into here, and I know that the two agents that added me as friends there, I could go interact with them, right? I could go, hey, thanks for having me on Valentine last week, right? So anything goes with your past clients. So what I'm going to show you is a few of the lists we do. So the number one list we do is Sphere of Influence A. The second list we create is Sphere of Influence B. The third list we create is Sphere of Influence C. All right, why do you think I split them up? Anybody want to guess?
I would say you want them to see different things.
I wouldn't even say that. Here's why I split them up. If you have 10 minutes extra at night on Facebook at home when you're doing something, I would say you want to start with your A list of people, your top 200 people. You want to go through and like and interact with those people first. Then if you have extra time,
So it's not what you see, it's the interaction that you're...
It's interaction that you're giving. So then when you log, if you have an extra 10 minutes, because your kids are behaving, then you do it, then what do?
Go to
B. But what if A, and you just are so stressed and you want to go to bed, don't go to B or C, just get A done, right? As long as you get A done every time, because those are the people that are going to buy or sell most with us, right? And now, guess what? We know we're not having to scroll through a junk feed of 400 people and find the top 200 for you, right? It's already sorted out for you. So now, what are still some limiting beliefs you guys have? And I want to know them, so don't feel bad throwing them out there. What are still some bad things about getting to 5,000? Yep.
Well, maybe this just stresses me out a little bit because I have 3,900 friends. So like starting from scratch, putting them in lists.
Oh, this is going to be really easy for you. I'm about to show you why. This is the next step. I'm glad you asked that. So, Sphere of Influence 99. Sphere of Influence 99, how many people do I have on my list? 4. Okay, so if she made a Sphere of Influence and she had 3,900 friends, she's going to feel stressed because she doesn't know who's on her friends list and who should go in this list, because what do you think she'd have to do? She'd have to memorize them all and then go type into here and find each one of them, right?
No.
Oh, false. We're going to go hit Manage List, and then we're going to hit Edit List. And then there's going to be a button that says, on this list are the following people. Oh, 4 people? Then if you drop this down, you hit Friends, it's going to bring up a picture of every single one of your friends. So now what you're going to find is, because I had about 2,500 friends when I first started doing this, is I can go really fast and go, all right, you guys can get through about 2,000 friends in 20 minutes. Don't overthink it. If you feel when you see their picture that they're in your top 200, just click their face.
Right on.
Even if you accidentally click someone in A, B, and C, who cares?
Right.
You should only have a few, so in just a few minutes, I'm in my A's. Now, my question is you get a phone call, you got to go to a listing right now. Okay, fine. Quit what you're doing. You've made the list all the way through Andy Helmke. What do you do when you come back? Do your lead generation on Facebook again. You just start at Andy again, right? And then you can go on from there. And so you guys can see that I can get through the A's. Again, don't overthink it. If you feel that they're in your top 200 and you end up having 150, what's the worst thing that can happen? Right? You have 212. It doesn't matter. We're just breaking down your list that's really large and breaking it down small. Who has a team or is on a team? Perfect. Throw out rough team sizes for me. 2, 3,
4.
5. 5. What's 5 times 5,000? 25,000 people. What if you could walk into... What if your team could go into a listing appointment and say, we have a team database of 25,000 people? Would that beat a lot of agents?
Right.
Because you have a database of 5,000 people if each agent has 5,000 friends. I'm not saying that you should get to 5,000 by any means, but if you see if each of your teammates had 2,000 and you had 4 of you or 3 of you, then you have a big database now. Because Facebook, that's all it is a database.
That's really true.
And so when we go down here, we can go through, and we're going to finish here in just a second. So I'm in my B's already, and I have 4,400 friends actually. And so you guys can see it's pretty fast to get through. I hit finish. Boom, I have 44 on my list now. Hit refresh, and now all of their stuff is going to appear here. Okay? Any questions about that? Does that help you a little bit? De-stress you a little bit? Does that help you a little bit with 3,900?
Yes.
It's still not going to be super easy, but it's going to be a lot
Much
easier.
better.
How
Yeah, much
many
better.
people do you have in each one of your lists?
Great
Like
question.
when you have A, B, and C?
Yeah, great question. So you wouldn't want, if you had 5,000 friends, to go make a list of 1,500 people in your A. Why wouldn't you want to do that?
It's too much to
Because you need
It's too much to get through, and it's still going to be full of junk, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say you have a high sphere of influence, have 1,500 people in there, but you may start with 200. If you guys have such a huge sphere of influence that you need A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, go for it, right? But I think they should have no more than 200, and they should descend in, your top to bottom, right? So cool. So here's the thing. Even if you guys go, Justin, you're crazy, I don't want 2,500 friends because I still don't believe you on some things, that's okay. Could you see how even sorting out 500 friends could be very effective for you? Now, who has a whole bunch of agents on their account? Yeah, me too. Guess what? I think you guys should all, in my opinion, go and friend the top 50 people from KW Longmont, friend the top 50 people from KW Fort Collins, friend every top 50 people from every single market center in the state of Colorado. Why? Because they can be put in their own list. If you're known as the agent in Grand Junction, they will send it to you.
Right.
Guaranteed.
Right.
And here's the thing. Do you have to log in and see their stuff about their business? No, as long as you're going to your list. Because when you get on for enjoyment, you're going to go into your junk feed of 5,000 and see all these realtors? No, you're going to go to your friends and family list, or maybe I call it my enjoyment list. I still use Facebook for enjoyment. So I have an enjoyment list. It's got my friends, my family, my really good friends, my people I want to stay in contact with. And I think that's a really good tool just in itself, because if there's 50 people in there, I get to really have good, intimate time with those 50 people and make sure that our relationship is built strongly, right? I can comment, I can like, because why? My time is more effectively used. I'm not scrolling through junk.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Anybody been told to post politics or not post politics on Facebook? Yeah. With this method now, you get rid of some of that excuse to not be able to post politics. I don't post politics at all. However, could you see if someone in your office is, I'm posting politics no matter what? Okay, that's cool. I'm good with that. Well, just go make a list. And guess what you could call your list? I could call this my side of the aisle, right?
My side of the aisle.
That makes sense? Right? And then what you could do is you could create a list called the other side of the aisle. Because here's the thing, when you're interacting with those lists, does anybody see what you're liking or disliking? No, it's all private. Now, before we move on, is a list the same thing as a group?
No.
Do you guys have an office group?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you see the name of the group?
Yes.
Can you see who's in the group?
Yeah.
Okay, so funny story to make sure you guys get this into your head. I was in Katy, Texas. There was a sweet mom in the front row, super excited, and she was like, Justin, I made my first group. I'm like, okay. Group. I didn't teach groups yet, but okay, cool. She's like, well, I made a group, and it was really awesome, and she's like, I called it number 1, my most hated friends group, and number 2, the judgmental moms group. I said, you made it a group or a list? Because we just taught list, and she said, I made it a group. I'm like, well, then you just notified all these people that they're in your most hated friends group, run by you as the admin, that they're also in the judgmental moms group, run by you as the admin. That's a problem. Because why? A group is not a list. You could call it your most hated friends group. If you put it in list, would anybody see that?
No.
It's just the way you sort, right? Unless they were on your computer, right? So just know that the list, they can't be seen. She turned bright red, and I don't know what she did for the rest of the day. I was like, so make sure you guys understand that listing groups are very, very different, okay? So what are some other ways that you guys can use this effectively? So what's really cool is if I got you guys all to send me a friend request, and I go down here to Grand Junction, what I may do today is I may shoot a little video saying thank you for having me out. Hopefully I didn't offend you too much. Let me shoot a video. I'm going to post it into here. Who's the only person that can see that? Just us. I may also share it to the team leaders of KW as well, right? Why? Because it's showing that, I had a successful class and saying thank you. Well, do I want my people that I'm still, because I'll be honest, I'm still trying to sell 12 listings this year myself. Do I want my people that might give me listings to know I'm on the road 220 days a year and see every single day of the year I'm posting a thank you from South Carolina, Louisiana, Florida, Alaska, Mexico? Does that look like I give them good service?
No.
I know I'll give them good service because I have a great team of leverage. However, we don't want that perception to be wrong. And so my question is when we're on our junk feed, if we're on our junk feed and we make a post here, who sees it?
Everyone.
Perfect. What if you want to post to your friends and your family and the TL list, but not to everybody else? What would you do? Do you have to go make a list? Do you have to go put a post into every group?
No.
No. So you guys are going to laugh at this. Facebook hides all the good things in life, is my joke. When we hit public, you're then going to scroll down to more. Then you're going to scroll down to see all. And then you're going to scroll down to custom.
Wow.
And then it's going to let you pick your list. So I only want to show this to Grand Junction.
This is so cool. I know. Wow.
Because here's a really cool tip and trick. Who should you add in the Grand Junction area as friends now?
Everybody.
Every single agent that you possibly can. Go onto every brokerage list and get them as friends. Why? Because you want them in your downline.
Because then you can market your listings.
What's that?
You can market your listings and things to their Facebook pages.
Absolutely. Here's the other thing. When you guys start interacting, you guys know this algorithm thing? This breaks a lot of it. That's why Facebook does not teach this. It breaks a lot of it. Because when you're starting to interact with Share Influence A every day and liking them, guess who Facebook will show on their feed more often?
You.
Proven. I will show up on their newsfeed more often. It breaks a lot of the algorithms. Oh, maybe let's say you make a post that you don't want other real estate agents to see. You could have a list of real estate agents and then not let them see it. Right? If save changes, we're good to go. Okay. Any questions about that piece? There's still a lot of stuff to cover here. You're like, Justin, that's great. If I get to 5,000, most of us could walk out of here right now and go, all right, good, I'm gonna go create friends list. Could you see how having 5,000 friends in a small town in Grand Junction could change your business? If you have 400 and you go to 5,000, and is there a lot of people here that have, that grew up here, that have mom and dads here, they moved away, but their parents still live here? Yeah. We do a lot of business from people that we're friends with in high school that go message us on Facebook and go, hey Justin, hey Mike, my mom and dad are still in Grand Junction. They're looking to go into a home, they're looking to downsize, whatever. I'm in California, I see you're the go-to on Facebook. Can you come list their home? Those are come list me messages. They are come list me like tomorrow. We've never really had to compete for any business on any of those. They just tell their mom and dad, you need to come, you need to use this guy. Right? Yeah.
Okay, so the difference between groups and lists then, so if you're posting in that list, how are they seeing it as opposed, like in a group, they get the notification?
Yeah, so when they're in their news feed, it just appears
It just
there.
appears.
Just appears. Yeah. Yeah.
It's almost like a direct message, but not.
Yeah, exactly. It's being directed at them, but they have no clue that it's being directed at them. Because here's a really cool thing that we do, and I'll get to your question in a second, is what I saw one of my agents that took the class before used it the other day. She used it greatly. She went and added every single real estate agent in KW that she possibly could. This isn't a strategy I necessarily recommend. She wants to do referral only. She went and added strategically all the agents she could, and then the other day she made a post that said, she shot a video and basically said, hey, I know if you're watching this, you might be coming to Keller Williams Family Reunion. I look forward to meeting you there. Did she show that to her entire list? Or did she show it to just the KW agents?
It's just a game.
Yeah. You have a question?
So if you have these different lists, and let's say you have somebody in multiple lists, and then you post something, are they going to get it multiple times or just the one time?
Just one time, yeah.
Okay.
Facebook's really smart enough to know that there are multiple. That list was good. They're not going to see like your post. They'll be like, something's up here. She's crazy, right?
Okay.
No, great question.
Got it, Brandy. Thanks.
And yeah, because the problem would be if you had them at 12 lists, they would see it 12 times. They're like, what is she going? What's going on, right?
Yeah. You don't want to be unfriended.
All right, so we're still going to be on the same subject here for a little bit. Most of you guys are like, well, that's fine, just make 300. How do I get to 5,000? 5,000 is a little bit of a crazy statement. I don't think anybody should get to 5,000 in the next year. But should I think you should get to 1,200? 800, 900, always be increasing, adding to your database? Absolutely. So, we used to call this the rule of 420. We found that traveling the country got made fun of for that. Can't call it 420 in Colorado, you call it 460, okay? So, who are my new friends? So, this is just something we made up out of thin air. There's no science behind it. I guess a little bit. We kind of started to study how do we get 460 more friends in the next month? We found that most people can go and add 200 people from high school. Why? Because you didn't really want your high school friends on your friends list until today. Perfect. It only had 154 people. Again, these are averages, right? So, but you can add every single one because you didn't want to keep up with your old high school friends. Maybe you did not. Even if you maybe still don't like them, I don't care. I think you should add them as friends because here's why. There's people that Mike probably did not like in high school that have messaged him and goes, my mom and dad are still in Grand Junction. Can you come sell their home? Is he going to say no? No. And even if the person he hates from high school says, hey, I want you to come sell my home, he's like, I'm not doing it. What could he do?
Refer it.
Still get 25%. That's a $2,000 check for you guys. Hey, those crazy family members that you would never do a deal with?
They have friends.
They have friends. They sell homes. What if you added them all on Facebook into the crazy family and friends list, right? And anytime any business comes from that, you just refer it to Regina. You can handle it, right? You take some referral. She can handle it. I know all your clients are crazy. Right? So high school, we found that most people can go on and add people. You got to think of things that people that you would never have added before. You can add them now, right? Because when you roll into Facebook, are you ever going to? Do you think you're going to go interact with all of them on Facebook? No, because they're in your junk newsfeed. Where are you going to go instead of your junk newsfeed? Into your list. You never see what they post. Extended family. We found that most people can add about 50 extended family. You know, whether it's family, friends. You know, again, it's just averages. Spouses. Who has a spouse that works not in the real estate industry? Perfect. Do they go to work and sing your praises all day?
You better.
They better. All right, cool. They better. But the reality is, do you think he goes to work at 8 a.m. and says, Regina's the best real estate agent, and then at noon he says that and at 2? I know he better, but do you think he does? Do you think he sometimes forgets and messes up? I bet you he does sometimes, right? I know most of you in this class only came here to get away from your spouses for a few hours. So we find that, though, did they have high school friends? Did they have people at work that could buy or sell homes? Here's the reality. We find a lot of times that people have this limiting mindset that, hey, my husband or hey, my wife or whatever will not, their coworkers won't use me because it's too weird. No, it's not that they don't want to use you because it's too weird. You're just not the top of their mind share, right? So if Regina went on to their list and found all the friends that they said they should add, it's totally fine. Because why are they going to accept it? Because when they get that friend request, what's it going to say?
So-and-so's wife.
Regina is a mutual friend. They're going to accept it every single time. Now, does Regina need to go on there and like and comment on all their posts and be their best friend, or even message them?
No.
No, there's no need to. But when you post onto your junk newsfeed a picture of your nice showing, your newest listing, what have you now subconsciously put into their mind? That you're a real estate agent. You have 5,000 of these people, you're bound to get one more transaction a year from just 5,000 people knowing you're a real estate agent, right? Again, we're trying to invite ourselves into strangers' homes, which I'm not discrediting that method, but there's nothing that's more unsafe than having strangers on Facebook, as long as you have lists created. A lot of times people go, they take the class, they go get 5,000 friends, they forget about the list part. They're like, my Facebook's just blowing up, there's no privacy. I'm like, well, you didn't do the list right. So when you walk out of the class today, you should go make 5 to 7 lists of whatever you want, and then make sure you're filling them up, and make sure you're interacting with only those. You can just go add random people, it's going to be a problem. Yeah.
So when we're trying to strive for 20 contacts a day, do these count as our contacts?
All right. I'm not a bold coach. Mike left, so I can talk about this, guys. So Mike's actually a max coach. So he might not agree with this, but that's why I led the team for 2 years. So when we talk about contacts, if you were to go to Bold and go, Justin Nelson taught me to make 20 contacts only via social media, they would come witch hunt me and find me, okay? We do this as an addition, right? Now, when I say addition, here's my rule and here's how I got through Bold. I didn't tell anybody this. For me, my 20 contacts were all social media conversations. Now, here's the thing. Most Bold instructors will not take that. So what I did in my head is I said, for me, for my 20 to contacts to count, I need to make 80 conversations on social media.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Because it is a social media contact and conversation as quality as a phone call.
Right.
No, it's not. It's not. But what if you make 120 conversations via social media and you equivalent it to 20 contacts? Could you see how that could kind of be equivalent?
Sure. Yeah.
But some people go into Bold and they try to make their 20 contacts, and don't feel bad if it's you, it was me, is I try to make my 20 contacts only via social media, and that's just not as quality as 20 phone contacts, right? For me, I said, okay, for me to have 20 conversations be quality, I need to have 100 conversations, and then I went and wrote down my 20 contacts, right? That's how I got through Bold and finished #1 all 3 times, right? Now, Do you think Bolt's going to teach you that?
No.
Because I don't think you don't want to get rid of the phone conversations, right? So what I still try to make 20 phone conversations, you know. However, if I didn't get to it, I just try to make triple or quadruple. Because what we're about to show you is our team, when you ask them what does Justin do for lead gen, they say that Justin doesn't lead gen. They say that Justin plays on Facebook all day. And I do. Now, so my question is who has ever went down a rabbit hole during when they're supposed to be lead generating, like you're calling someone and then you end up running comps and then you see Susie in the coffee and you talk to her for 20 minutes and then you get onto your Gmail and then you go to Facebook. We always end up on Facebook somehow.
That never happens.
Right? Why do we end up on Facebook?
It pops up when you're.
It pops up. It's
It's
notification.
mindless.
It's
Total distraction.
It's totally distraction and mindless. So because that's our human nature to run away from pain of calling to pleasure, right?
Yep.
Let's play it. Our team is taught to play to that. Again, this may not be something that's taught by KW coaching. However, I believe it works really well. We cold call, follow up on open house leads. We call our sphere for 30 minutes. What do you think we teach our agents to do for the next 30 minutes?
Follow up with Facebook.
Play on Facebook, and I'm about to show you guys how we play on Facebook and what that means. Then what do you think we do for the next 30 minutes? Go back to the quote-unquote harder thing to do, right?
Yeah.
Calling, follow up, open house. Then what do we do for the next 30 minutes?
Facebook.
Play on Facebook. So at the end of our 6-hour day, what do we felt like we did for 3 hours? Played on Facebook. We feel good. We had good conversations. We were able to like some babies and dogs and whatever's on there. And then for 3 hours, what else did we do? We lead gen, right? We broke it up. Because who loves to sit in a power hour session of 2 hours of hard cold calling?
No.
I don't love it. Does it work? Absolutely. Could your job be a little bit more enjoyable if you break them up into chunks?
Yes.
Absolutely. And Matt's coaching teaches that. Break it up into chunks, right? You should never cold call for 3 hours straight and never leave your office, right? So spouseless duplicate is kind of that, right? And we found 100 because if you can go back and add their best friends, you know, don't go add strangers from their high school. However, you guys can usually find in their past 100 people that if you sat down with them and goes, I need you to help me in my business. Who on your friends list? And sometimes you don't have to ask them. Just go on their Facebook friends list and go find people that you know they talk about every once in a while and go add them as friends. Past client circle of 5. During Boulder, we taught. So me and you were doing a transaction together. You're my client, and I taught to ask you for referrals along different parts of the process. If you love me as an agent, would you give me referrals? Who is the most likely in your sphere that you would refer me to? Your family?
Yeah,
Your
family, friends.
your
And
closest
your
friends
neighbors.
that you go out with, your neighbors, things like that, right? Cool. So if I ask you for a referral, and you say, do you have any referrals for me? You say yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Can I call them? Who is it?
Sure, it's my sister.
Perfect, it's your sister. All right, well, so let's say that you're resistant to giving her information. Okay, I know you don't want to call her, but can you just tell her and give her my info and she can get a hold of me? Cool. Sure. All right, so cool. We hang up the phone, whatever. I know in the back of my mind. What do you go do to your sister now? You call her and say, hey, you should use Justin. What is she going to say? Does she know me?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay, cool. She might use me, call me. She might trust you, right? Now, what if, as soon as you become my past client, I go and add your mom, dad, your brother, sister, your kids, and your sister, anybody close to you in your life. That's friends on Facebook.
And then when I go tell my sister, hey, you should do Justin, she's going to say, oh, I'll use Justin because I know who Justin is.
I know who Justin is.
recognize his name.
Basically,
Way back, last week.
I'm basically BFFs with your sister, and you didn't even know it. I'm BFFs with a lot of people on Facebook. Like, I have a lot of BFFs from traveling now, and I'm like, we connect, but I don't know you, right? And here's the thing, she may not have ever had a conversation with me, I've never liked her post, but all my stuff that we're about to teach you on what we post, does she feel like she knows me? Now she's like, oh, I know Justin already. And you're like, that's awesome, that's kind of weird, but that's awesome.
Right?
And then the conversation moves on, she calls me, or, you know, it's a warmer referral then, right?
Oh, yeah.
Now, do I go on Facebook and see your sister's stuff jumping on my feed? No, because she's not in any list. Her sister would not be in any list of mine. She'll be in my junk list, because then when I post the things that I want everybody to see, I subconsciously taught your sister I'm an agent. So here's the thing. Most people think that you would think it's weird. You won't think it's weird, because when I go add your mom, dad, brother, sister, kids, they don't usually come to you and go, hey Amanda, do you know Justin Nelson before I accept him as a friend? They don't do that, because I'm already a mutual friend with you. They just accept it going, if she knows Justin,
We're putting a lot of blind trust in all of our friends. It sounds like.
we're putting a lot of blind trust, right? And so because they have a what percent acceptance rate, which is usually even higher when you're the mutual friend with me, they're like, well, if she trusts Justin, I so will. Now, we get to the end of the transaction, and I tag you in a photo. You know those cheesy closing photos? I love them. I love them. But do you ever know those agents that get on there, post a closing photo, and they get off for a month, and they post another closing photo, and they get off Facebook for a month, and the people are like, are they even a human, or do they just live at the title company, right? Don't know. But now, when I take that closing photo, and I send a picture of it on Facebook, and I tag you in it, who now gets to see it, because they're on my friends list and your friends list? Your family. So we just subconsciously built trust in them, right? So it's a warmer referral. Past client, immediate family, that's kind of the same thing. So past client circle of 5 is I try to go find, if I scroll through your friends or your news feed, I could probably find who your 5 closest friends are, or people that are, because who's commenting on all of her stuff. Like if you have a friend named Sarah and she comments on every post, I'm going to assume you and Sarah are pretty tight. I'm going to go on Sarah's friends list. If she lives in Ohio, do I add her?
No.
Probably not. If she lives in Grand Junction, do I add her?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. She's a high influencer in your life, and you are back in return. As high influencers, if we do something, other influencers around us trust what we do, right? Subconsciously. Past clients, we find that most people don't always add all their past clients, because why? Some of our past clients might be weirdos, right? But we don't want to see their stuff. You might be crazy. I know I have past clients that are crazy. I would never want to see their Facebook stuff. However, now I do, right? Because I don't care. They're just in my junk feed. I don't have to read through their stuff. All right, so timing of social media. Actually, Matt, that looks a lot like you last night. She does. I didn't. But that is actually a picture of me last night, a little skinnier version of me in my hotel room. And that is a picture of my clients that actually have a life at home, okay? This is about 9 p.m., okay? So my question is, and before we dive into what this means is if you make a post on Facebook right now and this entire room goes and likes your post, will you get a notification that you have a whole bunch of likes?
No.
Yeah, you will. It's going to say, Regina and Amanda, plus 80 liked your post. Okay, because they all liked it at once. Do those 80 get recognition of name on your phone? No, because it says Regina and Amanda plus 80, okay? Now, what if you're in one of my lists, and tonight, 8 hours later, after you make that post, I go and like your post? Do I get my own singular notification onto your phone that says Justin Nelson liked your post from 8 hours ago?
Yes.
Absolutely. So every night when I have 5 to 10 minutes free and I go through my sphere of influence list and I hit like, and she made 4 posts, who just got 4 notifications onto her phone into her hand for free? Me. Singular notification. So during the day I don't really like many posts because I want to save it for nighttime. So that way when it's 8 hours later, I get my own notification on your phone, and you're just feeling it that day and you made 6 posts. When I get home that night, I'm feeling it too. I'm like, love, happy face, reaction. Then I get all these different notifications onto your phone. That's Justin. Right? If you're in my sphere of influence A, 200 people, it should take you no more than 5 to 10 minutes to get through that entire list. Now, don't go too fast. Don't go like, because those 200 people post some crazy things too. Yeah. I've gotten in trouble with that before, right? A little bit off-kilter, inappropriate story here is once Mike called me up and he's like, did you know that you just liked the Playboy Mansion promotional video and shared it on Facebook? I'm like, what? No. One of my crazy friends that I sold a home to posted that, right? And you're going to get so good at this that a lot of times you're not even going to, do you want to read every post? No. Because what are you doing? You're just liking to get them into their inbox, right? So don't go too fast. You're going to get so good at this, you're going to go like, and you can go back later and go, I like that? I don't like that. Do you think I like politics and things like that? No. If they make political posts all the time, I don't go through and like that, because what could be seen as a person that liked it?
Right.
You. So, be cognizant of what you're liking. Don't go too fast. Okay. So timing in social media. So you're like, Justin, that's great. I kind of know how to start building up to 2,500 friends. I know how to sort them. There's no privacy issues any longer. There's no posting issues. It doesn't affect the way I use Facebook personally or with business. Marketing tips. So types of posts. So we say you'll never change your life until you change something you do daily. The secret of your success is found in your daily routine. There's 4 types of posts that we make per week. The first one is what we call the human versus sales robot. It's 7 times per week we post something that has nothing to do with real estate. My question to you is, what is too many times to post on Facebook? How many times is too many? On your personal page.
Oh, I'm scared about this answer. I'm an over-poster.
You're an over-poster?
I'm a super over-poster.
That's not a thing.
There's never too many.
That's not a thing. There's never too many posts. Yes. Here's why.
Good job, Leah.
And again, if you make 100 a day, we might have a different statement. I know you're only at like 99 right now.
She's close. Yes.
And here's what I mean by that. Your newsfeed, you guys told me before we started, was full of junk. Are their newsfeed full of junk too?
Yes.
Do they take real estate Facebook classes that teach them a really cool tool about friends list?
No.
No. So do you think their stuff is full of junk and they miss stuff when they scroll through?
Yes.
Yeah. And so if you want them to see 7 posts, you need to make 14. If you want them to see 14, you need to make 28. Because the reality is half your stuff's getting lost.
Right.
Most of us are taught in our brain to go, oh, no one would want to see more than 7 posts from me this week, so I'm going to make 7. They only saw 2 to 3. Because when they got on at 8 o'clock that night and they have 400 friends, the post you made at 8 a.m., do you think they possibly miss it? Because they only have 5 minutes to get through Facebook and you fell to the bottom? Very possibly. So we find that 7 times per week that we want our agents, and again, I wish I could mandate all this, but they're 1099, so I can't, so I just won't. But 7 times per week is what we want them to do. Whether it's charity work, it's kids' pets, it's family, it's hobbies, it's adventures, it's date night, it's eating out. You guys know those cliche like Starbucks picture cups of like, I'm eating this? I used to hate those. But over time, I found out people relate to that because you're a human being. They see that you're actually doing things that the general public does too, right? And so, like, will a picture of my new golden retriever get a lot of likes, hearts, and reactions on Facebook?
Oh, absolutely.
These types of posts are meant to get high engagement because it's your personal life. Okay? What we're about to talk about next is not going to get high engagement, but that's okay. Subconscious marketing. On the right side of the screen, we have logos. About 10% of each logo. Could you figure out what's in that logo? Every single one of them, right? It's because they subconsciously taught you to do that. On the left, we're going to start making subconscious marketing posts on our Facebook page. Do you guys have a movie theater here in Grand Junction? Okay, cool. Have you guys ever seen the commercials over time of the polar bear rolling around with the Coca-Cola? Is that a hard sale of buy a Coke at Walmart for $2.99 tomorrow?
No.
They're not pitching you anything. What are they subconsciously telling you that Coke is? It's fun, it's happy, and it's warm and sweet, right? Go get one. You subconsciously now think you want a Coke, whether you actually need one or not. I don't ever need more Coke, but I'll take more, right? So 4 times per week. So a picture of this may be showing property. Hey, look at this great view, or look at this great bathroom. Are you saying 1-800 call Regina today to buy a home by that post? No, you're not, right? You're just showing a great bathroom. Yeah, you're showing a great bathroom, but what are they subconsciously knowing about you now? You're in the business. Hey, you come to the front of the room and take a picture of this room going, hey, great Facebook class, hopefully. I didn't fall asleep. Accomplished, right? What does everybody in your friends list know? Why would they think you're taking a Facebook class? For real estate, right? Because they know what you do. KW events, sharing KW posts. So nothing against like team leads or anything, but do you think the general population really cares about the market stats always?
No.
Unless they're planning to sell their house.
Not unless they're planning to sell their house, absolutely. And are there a certain population like engineers and more people with financial brains that love those things?
Totally.
And 90% don't really care about them?
Yes.
Those are great posts to post on your page, not because if I made that post of my lab, it's going to get 100 likes, guaranteed. I make a post of KW's newest announcement about how great we are. Do you think it's going to get that many likes or comments? No, but that's okay. That's subconscious marketing. In your movie theater, look at it next time, you have the polar bear on the screen, got you happy. When you walk out of the movie theater, what is on the wall? Now a really boring ad about Coca-Cola. So you can see they got you happy, got your mind, all these chemicals released going, Coca-Cola's happy, it's warm. And you walk out, you go, oh, there's just an ad. It doesn't invigorate you to go do anything and like go grab and hug the poster or anything, right? But what does it subconsciously now tell you?
There's Coke out there.
There's Coke out there, right? Same thing here. Oh, he's a human, he's got a dog. Oh, and he does real estate? They may not go love and heart your real estate posts. So these posts are not meant to get a lot of interaction. So people stop posting these because they're like, no one's liking my market update video or stats. It's because it doesn't invigorate anything in anybody. It's a compliment to you being an agent, right?
Right.
So people stop posting these because they're like, I think people think they're annoying. They're not. If you're subconsciously doing things, yeah.
So with these ones, when you're saying you do these 7 and these 4, are you putting all of these onto your regular page, or are you putting these into
List.
Yeah.
Yep.
List
Good
as
question.
well.
I live a very open public life. Where do you think I post all of my posts?
On your everything.
On my everything. Now, if I'm making my 7 for the week and 2 are because I'm in Mexico on a vacation, where do you think I'm, putting those 2?
Friends and
Yeah.
The friends and family.
Got it.
Now, if you make 7 posts for the week and they're all about your kids and you want those all private, well then I might argue if you only put those 7 posts into your friends and family of 200, you might need to go make a few more posts that can be shown to the general public, right? So this is more of a guideline of how many times we want to post to the general public of everything. So, but maybe if you make 7 of these and go to the general public and you want to post 4 about your kids above and beyond, you would just make sure you put those into the list, right?
So a question about list. If
Yeah.
you post something and somebody from that list comments on it, then their friends don't automatically
They don't see it because of the privacy settings on it. Yeah, good question. Now, again, be careful. You guys can still make mistakes in lists. You could say something so dumb that people screenshot it and then it goes viral, right? So that doesn't avoid the screenshot, but most people aren't screenshotting. Oh, I'm going to screenshot, her family vacation and post it to the world, right? It doesn't happen. But if you say something really dumb, if you have like a political list or something, and they're like, oh, look at this, it can still circulate the internet if they screenshot it and post it somewhere. All right, last phase is the selling phase. These are hard sell posts that we put on to our personal page. Now, again, a lot of you guys are going to have questions. I know there's different things about personal pages compared to business pages. Again, as long as you guys are not representing yourself as a brokerage, does that make sense? Never represent your own personal self as a brokerage. One of the best things I can say to avoid this is your business pages. Your business pages should be labeled what as the name?
Our name, Keller Williams.
If it's not, make sure you get with your people, with your leadership to make sure your business pages are branded correctly. Make sure you have your addresses correctly. Because does Dora care if you're representing yourself as a possible brokerage? Because you see how personal pages could possibly be seen as a personal brokerage if you don't give the right branding, right? So when you share posts that you make, you're probably making those flyers, right? And they're showing that you're a brokerage, right? So when you share them, just make sure that it properly does not say that, hi, Justin Nelson of the Justin Nelson team did this, right? Make sure you have your brokerage stuff in there, right? Always be intentfully, doing the right thing.
So are you like double posting? Like if I posted like a new listing in my business page, it goes to my personal, and then I can send it out to maybe the 1200 or whatever group that's in my personal page, because that's
we're going to talk about that here in just a minute.
Because my business page doesn't have as many likes as my personal
exactly
page.
And that's why business pages are dead, because how many likes do you have?
I have like maybe if I said 150 on my business page, but 600 on my
so let's jump to business pages for just a second. I don't usually do this, but I think we're going to have a good point. Who has a business page? How many likes? Just throw out some numbers. How many likes you have? 150, 200, 300. The average agent has 150. You know why the average agent has 150? Because the average agent only has 338 friends. Because who do you invite to like your business page?
Your friends.
Your friends. Only half of them are going to accept. So can you see now when you get to 2,500 friends and you invite half of them to like your business page, how agents easily have 12 to 1,300 likes on their business page? That alone, using the personal page strategy, built a foundation to be able to do a business page that's got a lot of likes. Once you hit that 1,000 mark, never worry about likes again, because you guys are a group of 25 people in here learning. The rest of the world in Grand Junction will never know what you guys are doing. So when you want a presentation and you challenge your clients to go, hey, if you're competing for a listing, I think social media is big these days. I know you're maybe interviewing a few other agents. I would just say for your due diligence, if they said they're good at social media, check them out compared to me. Now, you have 1,300 likes. They probably only have 150, unless you're competing with someone else that uses the same strategy, which is very unlikely.
So when I'm doing all this strategy, should I be in my business page going and liking those friends and
you can't like their stuff, no. This is all personal.
Yeah.
That's why business pages are dead. A lot of things have changed that you guys may not even know about that we'll talk about.
Wow.
So 2 times per week we do a selling phase. So Justin, how do you sell? This is one of my favorite posts to put onto my business page. The best way to do this, in our opinion, to make sure you don't represent yourself as a brokerage is exactly this. We need your help. KW what? Colorado West Realty has the following people looking for homes. With low inventory, we have seen everything on the market so far. We are looking for someone who might be thinking of selling or knows someone who might be selling in the near future. Please send me a message if you know of someone. Gonzalez family is looking for a home in North Colorado Springs, townhome 3-bed, 2-bath, minimum 300. Smith family is looking for a Longmont single family, 4-bed, 2-bath, 400. You see now, if you post this to 5,000 people, someone may have what you're looking for. Maybe, possibly, right? You make this post 52 times a year, 51 it might fail. One time it works, guess what you have now? A sale, right? $8,000. How long did it take you to make those 52 posts? Because you copied and pasted them over and over again, and you just changed the names of the people. Now, number one thing here, make sure that you guys can feel this out. If this guy's name was John Gonzalez, do you think I would say John or do you think I'd say Gonzalez? I'd probably say John because there's a lot of Johns. Small town, you guys got someone with a really weird last name. Could they figure out who that is?
Yeah.
I always ask my clients, hey, do you mind if I share my Facebook page what you're looking for? That way they don't feel like they're getting any of their
Do you get that in writing?
I don't get that in writing. I verbally trust my, because there's nothing wrong with me doing this. It's my fiduciary right to go find them a home.
Right.
I don't have to protect their privacy in that case. It's my job. When I go door knock, I can tell them who my clients are with their permission usually. Right. Again, I'm not saying, you know, John Gonzalez of 123 Main Street's looking to buy your home right now. I'm like Gonzalez fans looking to buy your home. Now, if they start asking personal questions, I can't share that, right? But you guys can just play that out by ear. You get their permission. We don't usually get our client's permission. We just hide their name usually. So maybe it's family number 1, family number 2, family number 3. You guys can do it to your own comfort level and how you interact with your clients. This is in our buyer consultation. So when I sit down with them, guess what I ask them? Do you mind if I share this out with them, right? So is this a very attractive looking post?
No.
I'd say no. We usually add a photo on here somewhere. Now, who has no buyers that they're working with right now? I don't, so yeah, no, perfect. You have no buyers. Do you have a market center of abundance?
Yes.
Go ask each and every person that didn't raise their hand that has buyers that haven't found a home, can I advertise your buyer need on my page? Now, what do you look like when you put 20 buyer needs on your page? What do you look like?
We're doing a lot of business.
You're doing a lot of business, because do you think that they read KW, Colorado, West Realty, all that well and comprehend that?
No, they think you.
They think you. Perception is reality. So you look like a very busy agent. Gary Keller said this on stage a few years ago. If you want to do 60 transactions, you got to look like you do 120. Now again, don't take that as like we lie, because we have a lot of agents that act all big and you look at what they do and you're like, holy cow, you lied. We don't want to be that way, right? However, you look busy because you're trying to find a listing for those buyers, right? Yeah.
But as a team leader, Amanda, you're showing out to all those other agents out there that you are supporting our business, and who doesn't want to work
For
with
someone like that.
somebody who's supporting our agents' business?
Because all it takes is Amanda to get one person to comment, and it's family number 1 for a home in North Grand Junction, and that's yours. And Amanda goes, hey, I just found a listing. Right? I don't know if you take it business or not.
Well, I was gonna say, but then, if I did get something on a specific one,
Yeah,
just going back to whoever's listening, is that what, or.
Same thing goes,
listening, or
let's even
buyer
take it
lead.
outside of the team lead. Regina needs the post. You give her a buyer need. She finds it. She has a listing lead. You have a buyer that needs it. Private showing. The reality is, usually your buyer won't like it. Sometimes they will. You'll hit the jackpot. But here's the benefit. Who has a listing lead now? Her. Who had a chance that they didn't have before to possibly get their buyer into some private party.
Right.
It's all about chances, right? Some people go a whole year and this doesn't work at all for them. And then the next month they get like 3, right? It's just consistency, right? We went through a rough spell, about 6 months we didn't get anything. And we had like 4 in like a month, right? So 4 is pretty good ratio for 4 making money on.
Together, everyone achieves.
Like, together, everybody achieves more. I love that. Whoever
Right
said
behind
that.
you.
Love it. Love it. Matt, make sure we get that in the video. Thank you. All right, cool. Engaging post one every time. So we've now learned all the different post methods, asking for sales, things like that. Engaging post one every time. So I want to show you guys a quick post. If I made a closing photo picture, what do you think, how many likes and comments I'm going to get on that closing post picture?
A lot.
I'm going to say 5.
Really?
Yeah, people, it might just be my ugly mug on the closing photo picture that prevents this, but 5 to 10. So I want to show you guys something that we do to make sure we get a lot of likes. That's a picture of my living room, by the way, if anybody wants to see it. I got a lot of good interaction. Because no joke, someone the other day asked me, Justin, can you show me how you decorated your living room? And I took a picture of the plane and sent it to them. So let me show you guys something. Like just a post like that, guys, what does that show that I'm doing? I'm in a hotel. It's a really cheesy post, but guess what? I now have 15. Now, did it get a lot of likes? No, because it didn't invigorate someone to go, awesome, Justin, I'm going to comment and love that you're in your hotel room working. What do they subconsciously now know?
You totally amaze me. That's what Ellen said.
Your house is empty.
Yeah, it shows my house is empty, absolutely. It does. Let me go find this. All right, this is my favorite. So questions always win. Questions always win. Help me settle a bet. How old were you when you first bought your first home? What's the difference between this post and the picture of me in my room?
This one gets engagement. Interaction.
297 comments in one day.
I think I was one of those.
You probably were. I think you were. You absolutely were. Yep, I saw that. And why did you comment on it? I want to know why. Because I think your answer is going to be perfect.
Because I was only 27 years old. I thought that was a pretty good accomplishment.
You did. You were proud of it, right?
Yeah.
If I asked you what's your favorite restaurant, because we went out to dinner last night, that was a great place. And why did you take us there? You thought it was a good place, right? Absolutely. And so what people did is they all started commenting. Okay, cool. Look at all these people that now, what do I have an excuse to do now?
Like.
I have an excuse to like it even better.
Out of his friends.
Well, they're actually already my friends. That's how they saw this, if that makes sense. Now, my question is who's ever had a past client that they forgot to call for a few months, it slipped through the cracks, you forgot to call them a year? Who has have a past client that they haven't called in 2 years, to be honest with me? Yeah, maybe because there's an awkward transaction, something like that, or, so usually the script would go like this. This is usually how we feel of it in our head. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, Amanda, I really wanted to say thank you for that double-sided $20,000 commission check 3 years ago. Haven't stayed in contact. By the way, how's the home? Is that how it feels? Is that how you feel inside, right? That's not how the conversation goes. Is that how you feel inside? On my end, when I'm making that call, when I haven't talked to you in 3 years. That's how I feel. Now, let's say, Regina, we did a deal together, and you commented 27, and I know that's not you, it's different, Regina. But what if I go, hey, wow, she commented 27. I call you up and go, Regina, how did you buy a home at 27? I would love to know what the interest rates were back then.
9%.
9%, wow. Yeah, I just want to say thank you for coming to my post. It's been a long time since we last connected. How's the home treating you?
Great, thank you.
Yeah, it's great. I hope that you and the family are doing well. It's had a much less awkward conversation. Because now what I can do is I can scroll through the past 300 people, and I can comment. When I play on Facebook for 30 minutes, what do you think I do? I scroll through these people, and I find the people that I want to have conversations with. I should have liked every single comment. I didn't. But I can go through here and be selective about who I'm about to have conversations with. So I made this post, and then I tested it out in one of my classes. I don't have time to do that today for you guys. But Amanda Frost was one of my past clients, one of our best referrers too, and I just totally screwed up and never stayed in contact with her, even though she refers us business. And so I sent her a message. I want you guys to tell me where this message comes from and where I ripped it off from. It says, hey, I hope you and the family are doing well. So what I had asked a vacation. If I asked for a vacation recommendations, could you all give me one? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I asked for a vacation recommendation. And I scrolled through and said, oh, I haven't contacted Amanda in a long time. I need to get a hold of her. And I said, hey, I hope you and the family are doing well. I know you and Dustin go to Mexico quite a bit. Would love to pick your brain on a few things. Also, I'm sure you saw my post on Facebook that I'm in a competition with my coworkers to see who can get the most real estate referrals in the next 2 weeks. Can I count on you to let me know if you come across anyone at work, church, or out and about that needs to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? And then she comments, of course, Justin, we tell everyone we can about you. And yes, what about Mexico? Whoa, I have 300 bold script messages just sent out in 3 days? That's going to blow anybody out of the water that just makes 20 contacts and uses that script, right? Should I call these people first and try to do it via the phone?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely you should. But what if Amanda didn't answer and I left her a voicemail? What could I also do? Is post it here. And what does it say when someone reads a Facebook message? It shows when they see it. It shows when they see it. Like, that's why I have all these messages open, because I don't want anybody to know I saw it. Because then I'm like, oh man, they knew I saw it. Now, what she did is I made a mistake, and even then it's not a mistake. I said, of course, Justin will tell everybody. Did I respond?
You gotta do it right now.
You do it right now. My question is what is it roughly now since the 10th? What is it roughly at now? 2 weeks later.
2 weeks later.
Hey, sorry I missed your message back. By the way, our competition got extended another week. Oh, and when's the best time I can call you to talk about Mexico? And you see, I just had a conversation. I got 2 contacts through a bold script. I do this 300 times in a few days. You can see how you could possibly get some referrals out of this while you're playing on Facebook during your lead gen time. Yeah, right? You're having a lot of conversations. Yeah.
Do you know how many messages Facebook allows you to? Because it'll cut you off.
Yeah, so usually once you get in the habit of doing 25, like for me, I can do a lot more than you guys because I message people all day. Facebook goes, that's normal for him to talk. Like I have all my business conversations, I have all like my client interaction all happens through Facebook. They let me do like 50 a day. 50 new conversations. For most of you guys, you'll start slow. You'll never want to hold more than about 15 to 20 new conversations a day. Over time, you'll start to feel that it will let you do more and more and more.
Yeah. Did you say that when you send a message like that you know when somebody's read it?
Yeah.
How?
Watch this. Watch this. I'm going to show you. Is Todd in the room?
Yeah. Yes.
Can you open my message if I send you a message?
Yes.
All right, I'm just going to show you. Todd. Message Todd. So watch this. I sent Todd a message that says, hey, as soon as he opens it, see it says seen at 9:29 a.m.
Wow.
So if you've ever opened a message and you thought that you were hiding from them, they know that you were hiding from them. Because that's how they opened it.
Okay.
Good
to know.
Yeah.
So you said that you try to call them first. If you have people on your friends list that you don't even know and you don't have their phone number.
Well, then this is where I think this takes it to such a next level. Is because here's the thing: when you sit in bold and they tell you go through your call list and call people, most of us start calling our mom, our husband,
It's true.
We all know that we go hide in our car. Right. I know how that goes. Even a Bold, I've taken Bold 4 times, and I still do that to this day. I'm not lying. Right? Still do it. I know you guys do it. I got a call from my friend the other day, and they were like, "Oh, do you have any referrals for me?" I'm like, "You're taking Bold, aren't you?" I'm like, "Come on, what are we doing here?" And so I think to answer your question is this goes above and beyond. Right? Some people I just straight do this to because in Bold, if the average person is having success calling 10 people on their friends list, you're going to do that too. I know you will. And then you're going to go home and then you're going to spend 30 minutes to an hour sending the script off to 25 people. You have 25 more opportunities than that person ever took. Because what do they sometimes say in Bold? Phone call or text messages and social media doesn't count. Mm-hmm. I think that's okay because a lot of times who's in Bold? A lot of times brand new agents, right? Mm-hmm. And experienced agents. The reason they teach that is if you taught a brand new agent to go and do social media only, what's the problem with that? Yeah. Are they building a good foundation of learning how to have hard conversations? No. However, this is why I'm teaching this class, because I think it's an additional thing you should do above and beyond, because every single agent can easily go hide behind a computer and send out 25 messages, right? So let's build the foundations, right? Don't change anything that Bolt's doing. You take an extra 30 minutes a day, send out 20 messages a day, you're going to get some production, I guarantee it. Yeah.
So I have people that I don't have telephone numbers for that I am friends with on Facebook. If they're part of Messenger, I can call them on my telephone out of Messenger, right?
That is Bold. That's what I would do. I don't teach it because a lot of people wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. I would feel comfortable calling them through Messenger. Absolutely. It's a way to get hold of them.
Well, they don't know where it's coming from.
They have no clue. They have no clue. I love it. I would absolutely do that. If I had a friend from high school that I don't have their number because last time I knew them, that was 12, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to call them through Messenger.
So if you were, like when you had Todd's thing up there, and you don't have Todd's phone number, could you hit the phone thing right there?
Oh, really?
And you can do a video.
You can do a FaceTime.
Well, put that scare on the.
Great question. This is video chat on Facebook. So she just asked, there's this whole new scare on Apple. There was a hack, a privacy thing, that if you called someone on FaceTime and they didn't accept it, you could still see what they were doing at the time that you were calling them. Is that scary?
That's great.
Yeah, that's really, because I could like call Mike and Matt and they, they could be doing whatever and, then they answer and they're like, I'm not accepting that, I'm in the shower or whatever, right? And then the hack is that you could still see their surroundings even though they hadn't hit accept on FaceTime. There's a big hack. This is through Facebook. This has nothing to do with an iPhone.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like FaceTime interaction. You're using Facebook to call.
I did not know.
Yeah. So you could call Todd right here. It's going to call his cell phone even though you don't have a cell phone. I'm going to hit Todd. We're going to video call with Todd real fast. It's ringing Todd. Look at that. It's calling his cell phone. He can hit accept. Here's the other thing that makes you stand out. What did you just say right now? What did you just say about this thing?
Me?
No, right here. You've never seen this before.
I didn't know you could do that.
So if I called you on this, would this throw you off? If you hadn't known about this, it'd throw you off. You're like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
I just gained some technological mind share in your mind that you're like, how did you do that? I threw you off. That's perfect. You now know me. Right? Cool. Perfect. All right.
So, good question again. So if you're calling Todd through that, are you seeing each other?
Well, that's if I hit the video call button. I just hit the ring button.
So that
There's
when
two choices.
There's two choices.
was a video, there
middle
was
was
a
a
phone,
phone.
so it's just going to be a call. The other one had that little like movie
Camera.
video camera.
Right here. So if I'm on Todd's profile,
Don't accidentally do that because I've
video,
seriously.
Todd. Why not do this to your past clients that you haven't seen in a while, right? Just video call them. What's the worst thing they're going to do? Hit decline? Hey, I can't talk right now? It doesn't bother me, right? If they're willing to see me in person, why wouldn't they be willing to see me on the phone? Now be careful what you do this to, right? There's obviously things between like, if you're a female, you don't want to be calling 2,500 random dudes on, vice versa, right? Yeah, you gotta be careful, right? So be smart with this video calling random people.
Especially at 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah, exactly. 2 a.m. in the morning. Absolutely. Yeah. 2 a.m. in the morning when you're working. Yeah, don't be video calling people. Why is Justin calling you at 3 a.m.? Video call. Yeah. So be careful, guys. It's still obviously.
Is somebody recording that, like is Facebook recording the call or anything?
I'm sure.
I wouldn't lie to you. I'm sure. So I mean, I wouldn't be negotiating your offer over Facebook, right? You know, but if you're going, hey, how's the family doing? Are you doing good? Oh yeah, we're doing good. I mean, I'll tell you, if you're worried about Facebook calling recording, then you should be really worried about Facebook Messenger, right? Because that's all stored. So I would trust the phone call more than I would anything else.
We got you on track, right?
No, you're good. You're good. All right. So basically, movies, vacation spots, hobbies, places to visit. So I like to give some quick credit to. Do you think I made that settle the bet post?
No.
No. Someone in my mastermind group gave that to me. That joined one of my classes. For me, that was worth my $50, even though I'm the owner of the group. Like that, I had a week and a half worth of work now because I would have never thought of that question. So, you know, good for David Goldberg out of Cleveland. What was funny is what's going to happen today is you're all going to walk away from the class guaranteed. About half of you will post that post and Grand Junction is going to blow up going, what's going on? Why is everybody asking how old they were? Happens every class. Happens every class. I guarantee you're going to see it tonight because it's a good post. I would steal it. I would rip off and duplicate it, right? Do it.
Do it.
R&D. So now it's just be different. So one of the best ones I ever had 1,200 comments on it. And it was really a dumb question. It was, what is your favorite lightsaber color from Star Wars? Grown men and women were like, all in on my account about what the favorite color was. Now, let's go through the psychology of why this was such a great post. What's the average age in this room?
40.
When was Star Wars released?
77.
Perfect. Can you see now why there was such a great interaction on that post? Because they were kids when this post, right? They had a tie to that post. Okay. So just some different questions like just be different. That's it. How old do you have to be before it could be said you died of old age?
Right.
Yeah, you got 15-year-olds on there debating with 95-year-olds on Facebook, right? If you could travel to any other country for free, which would you go to and why? Could that hold some pretty deep conversations?
Yeah.
If you tell me go to Thailand, and I go, well, what part? You're like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, how'd you get there? Blah, blah, blah. And then we get to the end, we're like, oh, by the way, how's the family? And you're like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And then you ask me what?
How are you?
What are you doing?
How are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm doing great. How's your job? Or whatever you're doing. You're like, oh, blah, blah. And then what do you ask me?
How's your go?
Yeah. Oh, I love real estate. Love helping people. And then what do you ask after that?
Do you have any friends you can recommend?
Yeah, she'd ask me, how's the market? And I go, the market's fantastic. No matter.
I wouldn't have asked the right question.
I guarantee you, most people would have, right? You're in real estate, you wouldn't ask that, but most people would. They'd go, how's your job? How's the market? Did we just reverse prospect there?
Oh, yeah.
We asked them for a country, we got to talk to them, and now they asked us how the market was. We didn't call them and ask them any real estate questions. We have 15 to 20 conversations like this a day. You're going to do a lot of business, right?
So you basically, as everybody's commenting, you pick off your list of people you want to have a conversation with and go to the messenger.
Messenger, yeah. I don't
And
have
have
those
that
conversations in
conversation.
the comments. Yeah, absolutely. Because here's the thing, if you make this post, if you guys all made that post tonight at 5, I guarantee you'll at least each have 50. You can go in the next day during your 30-minute time blocks of Facebook, what could you work on? And here's what happens. What if someone doesn't reply to you because they're at work? What do you do the next day when they reply to you? You have a conversation. It's a continuing conversation. Now you're talking to that person for a week and a half, 2 weeks, because why? You keep getting chopped off because of your life. You're now in constant contact with someone for 2 weeks. It's probably your highest fear. They'll never forget about you. Yeah.
Can you and would you ever repost something to a list? You were saying they only see so many of your posts. So if you had a real good post that didn't get the engagement it should have, would you ever?
Yeah, you could. Absolutely. Yeah. And I post that in my junk newsfeed because it's a good way to contact some people too that I may never don't even know. Right? So cool. So this is why it's good to get the PowerPoint, guys. I have all the scripts in here that we use and can copy and paste. Yeah.
Justin, how was it we got the PowerPoint? So we went on your page and asked to be friended.
Yeah.
And then where was it after that?
Oh, so we'll message it to you. Okay. But if you want instant access, JustinNelsonCoaching.com. There's a download link on there. Yeah. Cool. Let's see. I want to give you guys a 5-minute break, mostly because I'm being selfish and I need water. So let's take a quick 5-minute break, bathroom break. We'll come back at 9:45 right on the dot. Fair? Cool. Great. All right.
You just go right ahead, yeah.
But, I mean, yeah, so I don't
So are you straight to Facebook with that, or how are you going? Oh, trendy. I have not seen it done that way before. I'd love to see what you get on it. Yeah, might as well. Be the first one to do it.
Well, I don't know, they might already be.
Okay, I can see it on the screen.
Yeah, so I just want to turn it so that the right side of the screen is the right side of the screen. Yes, perfect. Thank you.
We can speak.
Yeah, thank you.
Which is weird.
I'm going to show you why you still have one.
It was funny because when I first asked her the birthday, and she's like,
I can show you some pictures.
Three wheels and a
I did, but I've never used it.
for a long time, it's like such a company. And
My grandma, when she first started,
and nobody can
she got
so.
And then right this one right here.
And I get tired of correcting you. I'm like Norman Bailey, so I'll be Nora.
She is yeah, I'll leave it up there for a second.
You're like, I might as well just do this.
She talked to it, it was such a every time. It was sad, but it's
Thank you. No, you're okay.
The classes I got from the drop down. Apparently,
What's that?
the website. Awesome.
Alright, you guys are ready. We're going to go ahead and get started again here, just so we can make sure we get you out on time and get you as much info as possible. So what's this luncheon you guys have? I heard Marsha Waters is coming down.
Yes.
Right? Super awesome. She lives in my hometown of Longmont, so just down the street. She is. At least she used to. I think she still does. Cool. You guys ready to go?
Yes.
Cool. All right, I'll give just, hey Matt, you mind going down the hallway just letting people know that we are starting, just to make sure they know? Yeah. Or I guess Stacy can do it too since you're videoing. If anybody has problems with their face being on video, let me know. We just don't video you sitting there, but we can throw some promos out there and stuff. So, cool. All right, so business pages. Business pages are dead. And what I mean by that is business pages are now used for credibility only. So if you go to a listing presentation, you say I'm going to social media, and you have 100 likes, you're very credible. Probably. I'm going to guess no, right? We need to make sure we build up our credibility. So we're going to talk about building credibility up. The top 3 things that we post onto our business page are reviews, consistent postings, and listings. In the MREA book, does it talk about leads, leverage, and buyers, or leads, listings, leverage?
Listings.
Listings, because listings generate what?
Buyers.
Buyers. So why do our pages not look like they have a lot of listings on them? Why do we have a whole bunch of blogs that say how to fluff your pillow the right way? Does that get anybody to buy a home from you?
No.
Not necessarily. Could it be good branding? Possibly. We're going to talk about that. Gaining likes. All right. What does this look like is happening right on the screen right now?
Football party.
Football. Even more importantly, what type of football party?
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. Okay, so what I mean by this is when you guys go on your business page, you guys are all going to get a whole bunch of likes, or you're going to get a whole bunch of friends. Are you going to invite all those friends to like your page?
Yes.
Absolutely. If you invite them right now, Amanda, if you get to 2,500 friends in the next 10 minutes somehow and you go invite them all to like your page, is there a problem with them sending the invite right now? Because what's going to happen when the notification appears on their phone?
They're working, they're busy.
They're working. So that it gets buried in their notifications that you invited them to like your page. How many times a year can you invite someone to like your business page?
3.
Once.
Really?
So if you go invite all 2,500 at one time and it's at 8 a.m. or even 3 a.m. in the morning, right, because you're a night owl, what happens to your likelihood that anybody accepts them ever? Very small. Well, what is happening at the Super Bowl party that's not happening on the screen, but usually happens? What's in everybody's hands usually?
Their phones.
Their phones. So
I was going to say a beer.
there's a lot of wine going on right here. I made my slideshow PG. No beer allowed. So no, what's in their hands is their phone, right? We know when they have their phone. So I take 2 seconds and I go invite all my friends to like my page during the Super Bowl at halftime. That might be a little extreme, might be a little real estate nerdy, I get that. But could you see, I'm just trying to get a point across, right? Yeah. Just make sure you do it at 7 o'clock at night, right? It doesn't have to be the Super Bowl. However, I want every single like that I can possibly get on my business page possible.
Right.
What's your favorite football team, Regina? You're the only one that didn't vote yet.
Okay, go with Minnesota Vikings.
Minnesota Vikings.
That's where I'm from.
I love it. They missed the field goal again. All right. All right, evolution of the Facebook business page.
And they've never won a Super Bowl either.
Perfect.
4 times. We're in Tarkington.
All right. Let's say you all have 1,000 likes now. It used to be 10, 15 years ago when Facebook, who's been on Facebook for over 20 years?
Has it been
Trick
around?
question. Has been around for 20 years.
Right.
Good. half of Texas was like, we've all been on Facebook for over 20 years.
Oh.
I'm like, guys, unless you time travel, I don't know what's going on there. All right, 1,000 likes back in the day would result in possibly 1,000 people like seeing your post. If I have someone in the front row here like my page, what do you think that means that they're going to see for the future going forward in their newsfeed?
Your posts.
Their post. That's how it was 15 years ago. It's not that way anymore. Now, if you have 1,000 likes, how many people on average do you think see your post?
10.
10. Yeah, not your 10. Could a few hundred possibly see it? Absolutely. Do you guys know why it used to go from 1,000 to 1,000, from 1,000 to 10?
They want you to pay for it.
It's so many people using it. Even better, Facebook introduced something called the algorithm. Remember back in the day when you posted something and you scrolled through your newsfeed, it was based on when they posted it?
Right.
Yeah. Is it that way anymore?
No.
That's what we call the algorithm. It chooses who they think you should see first, right? And so what they did is they did the same thing on the business pages. Does anybody ever read their business page and it says like 100 people reached, 50 people reached? Right. But I have like 800 likes or I have 400 likes. What happened? Well, Facebook, is there a gap between 10 and 1,000 now?
Yeah.
Okay. Right when that gap was created, guess what else was created in a big blue button at the bottom of the post?
Boost.
The boost. Facebook said, even though you, all 3 of you in the front 2 rows, liked my page, we don't think that you should see that post from Justin because we know you better than you. And so then when I make the post, it does not appear on your page. It may appear on her page, even though she liked mine, but it may not appear on yours because Facebook said, I don't think you guys want to see it. They say, Justin, as the advertiser, if you want those people, those 990 to see it, you need to pay for it now. I'm like, I need to pay for it? They like my page already. All right, in this room, I guarantee you guys have spent at least a few $100s collectively. You hear the screen share. You do that across 1 million real estate agents across the United States, they just make $1 billion company with one decision. They did, absolutely. So now can you see why I say they're a little dead? So let's say you spend an hour writing this awesome blog post about how to fluff the pillow the right way on the bed to sell the home over the other one. Can you see how she just wasted an hour of her time when she could have been messaging 35 people and having good conversations? Right. Because it used to be that those were more effective because 1,000 people saw them, right? They're a lot less effective now because a lot less people see them. So we're going to talk about that. Conversions. So who has ever bought online leads from a company before? Yeah. Zillow. Just Facebook leads from someone, right? Anything, right? Here's the reality. There's only really 2 ways in the real estate business to get leads. 3. Online. It's Zillow. Do we love Zillow at KW?
No.
Some of us still use it probably in this office. Probably you have some, yeah. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. You get leads from Zillow, you get leads from Facebook, and you get leads from Google. Can anybody think of any other way you get online leads? Not really. All these companies, what they do is you're paying them to do one of 2 things. Get you Google leads or get you Facebook leads. So if I generate a lead and it costs me $6 to generate it, how much am I going to charge you for it?
A lot more.
12. Right? That's where the upsell comes, why ROI hurts. So if I said, you give me $200 and I'll get you a listing or a closing, would you do it?
Yeah.
You probably would. How about 600?
A lot of people would.
A lot of people would. How about 1,000? You could probably, but no, okay, someone just said no. I love when people say no to this. So if I sent you a referral for $350,000 from Denver, would you pay me for it?
Yeah.
It should be the same mindset,
Yeah.
right? Same mindset. Now, I don't want this to be mistaken. Should we just keep dishing out money to get deals done?
No.
No, absolutely not. We want to protect our commission dollars. KW Command, which we're going to talk about here in just a bit, super exciting. It's going to help you with a lot of this. My point is how many, if I get 100 Facebook leads, so we're on ads now, by the way. We're getting into ads. We're going to show you step by step how we do it. If you need 100 leads, how many deals do you think you close over a year's time from those 100 leads if you follow up properly? How many do you think you close out of 100?
2.
2. 2 is a really good number. 2 is a really good number. I would say most people are going to close 1. Really good will close 2. Okay. So if every lead cost you $2 and you need 100 of them, how much would it cost you per closing? 200. What if every lead cost you $6? What if every lead cost you $10? My point is when we get out of here, some of you guys are going to run an ad and it may cost you $2 a lead and it may cost Regina 10, and there's no rhyme or reason behind it. We'll talk about that. But who's going to quit first? When you raise your hand, go, Justin, it worked. I got this text message last night. The dude's like, I almost quit. I spent $400. I got my first deal, but I almost quit because Sarah spent $100 and got her first deal. And then you got Ron over here who's like, I've spent $800. I haven't done a deal yet. Right? My point is don't quit too early. Right. Okay. Here's the thing. Would you guys like to learn how to get free leads prior to having to pay for leads?
Yeah.
To learn even like generating leads first? Yeah, we're going to show you that. Just another quick tidbit and trick. I know this is kind of crazy to most of you guys. It's not with Facebook. Does anybody used to use Craigslist a lot?
Yeah. I've used it.
You've used it a lot? Do you still use it a lot, or have you kind of gotten away from it? Gotten away from it. Go back to it because everybody else has gotten away from it too.
Right.
Some of the biggest teams in your market, again, I reached out to some of the top teams in your market. I'll keep them confidential. They are using Craigslist right now. I'm just going to say that. Because you want to know another reason why? Foreign money knows Craigslist.
Right.
Because in India, for example, what is their MLS? Craigslist. Not everywhere. You guys, we take for granted in our country we have MLSs. A lot of countries don't. Yet you have people coming out of these colleges that are tech and they know Craigslist is the MLS because you buy and sell homes like a barter system. They come over here, they don't realize we have these organizations that help them do that. They go to Craigslist thinking that they have to approach the homeowner directly to purchase a property. We had 4 foreign buyers last year, all from India, purchased over $400,000 homes in the last 2 years with us. Wow. Good price point, right? Again, that's Denver tech, so you guys might not get as many of them, but could you see one or even one every 2 years could be a difference? Oh, yeah. Absolutely, it's good money. So Facebook ads. Has anybody ever boosted a post before?
Yes.
Perfect. Anybody ever went into Ads Manager and tried to create what we call a real ad?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Are they both? Is boosted post really easy?
Yes.
Super easy. Ads a little harder.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. We're going to do both. All right. Okay, cool. All right, so we're going to do a demonstration real fast. Can I use you for a second? Do you have your phone?
I do.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to grab the lights real fast. I usually draw this, but I figure my drawing's not as good as a real person. So. All right, I'll be standing on the other side of the screen. Okay, you're at home, standing on your phone. What is my, no, yeah. You're standing on your, yeah. Standing, comma, on your phone.
Yeah.
All right, so you're standing there on your phone. What is my number one job if I'm Justin at my office and you're just a random person in Grand Junction that lives on Main Street? What is my main job as an advertiser to get onto your Facebook account?
Notifications.
An ad, right? If we're running ads, you're scrolling through. Are you a mom?
Yes.
Perfect. After about 5, does life get a little crazy?
Yes.
You probably get crazy at 6 a.m. too, right? Yeah. All right, so it gets a little crazy. For me, in your craziness, and you're cooking dinner, you're doing whatever you're doing, getting ready for the next day, are you getting on Facebook with intention to find a home and hope you see Justin Nelson Facebook real estate ads?
No.
No, she's getting on there for what?
Enjoyment.
To probably just get away from the kids for 10 seconds, right? De-stress, right? Right? Is that probably fair? De-stress for a few minutes, like, all right, there's other people. All right, cool. Now, my question is do I have to make an ad so clickbaitish or pretty, as we're going to call it, that would get your attention? You're like, I have to click that.
Yes.
And take away from my, I have to draw your attention.
Yes.
I have to interrupt you, right?
Yeah, because if it doesn't catch my attention, I keep
You're
scrolling.
scrolling by it, right? So when you click on that ad, where do you think I want to send you after you click on that ad?
Directly to your page.
To this.
Yes.
Right? All right. So when you get here and you search for something, what is it going to do? Like, I'm going to search Denver. You click on this home. What's it going to do?
Gather my information.
Gather your information. Do any of you guys have websites right now that when you get on there, it does not gather information or require? You do. What? A lot of you guys do. Who uses Playster?
We all do.
Playster is set up incorrectly by default. We can change it, and I'm going to show you guys how to change that. Now, Playster is not set up incorrectly. It's set up incorrectly if you want to do internet lead capture. Here's why. You said your website's not set up with it default?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And this isn't a problem. It's still fine. So can I have your website?
Yeah, I don't really remember it, to be honest.
Take somebody else.
Place your website.
I don't use it.
Yeah, Taylor.info.
I'll use Gina Stout real fast. Gina Stout what?
Regina Stout.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. reginastout.kw.com.
Perfect. What I'm going to show you here is when you come onto here, and we're going to type in Grand Junction, I want you to give me your first gut reaction of what you're going to do. When you click on this home here, and you scroll through the photos, your website is set up correctly.
Yay!
I love it. A lot of your guys' is not. It's not defaulted, right? Because it won't ask for your information. What's your gut reaction when you come to this screen? If you got screaming kids, you're cooking dinner,
I don't have time for this.
I don't have time for this, right? And if you do, what, you going to possibly give fake information? Cool. You're the 95% of the population that's not going to fill this out, right?
Right. Yeah.
So would you think that would annoy people?
Yeah.
Perfect. For sale by owners and expires, what piece of the market are they out here for you guys? Is it under 5% of your market?
Yeah.
Are we taught to go after them very hard?
Yeah.
Perfect. 5% of the market raise their hand. They have a real estate need. All right. 5% register on this with good information. Should we be okay with that?
No.
Absolutely. Be 100% okay with 95% bouncing off your screen. Here's why. Did the people that clicked, I ran an ad to you, we did not know each other. What do you do when you go, oh, they want my information, they exit out. What do you go on now on Facebook and do? Just keep scrolling.
Yeah.
You can go back to what you're doing. You're like, I wasn't willing to give my information away.
Right.
I have captured the 5% of people that were willing to give their information away, right? We're going to talk about that. If this had no pop-up and you could see everything that you possibly wanted to see, what would you do? You would go through the photos, you'd go through the price.
Yeah.
Oh, the oven goes off. Dinner's done. What do you do?
Exit out.
Close it out.
Forget about it.
Did I know that she was on my website?
No.
It's my fiduciary right to do everything in my ability to get her information. Because what can I now do with my client's home? Sell it. It's like an open house. You know, guys, if you just feel like signing in today, it's over there in the corner. That's what our websites are built like. Our websites are built like that. Your Playster sites are defaulted to that. If you guys feel like registering, it's in the corner. How would open houses work effectively if you did that strategy? Sign up, it's in the corner. Not really well, right? All right, thank you. I just needed to thank you for that.
Sure.
So can you guys see how your websites need to be set up correctly, or else you can't do internet lead generation, all right? Absolutely. So we're going to talk about that. So if you guys need help after the class, also there's video online. If you guys type in How to change my Playster settings to aggressive. That's what it's called. It's in your settings, it's called passive or aggressive. If we're lead generating, we should probably be aggressive, not passive. Passive open houses don't work at all.
Say it again, how to what?
How to change Playster settings to aggressive. I can show you guys after class. I just don't want to take class time to show you that because there's a lot of good content. That's super easy though. How to change Playster from from passive to aggressive. Cool. All right, now you're like, great, Justin. How do I actually get an ad though that looks good and will catch her attention and take her away from what she's doing? So the goal is to create traffic from Facebook, create leads. Guys, we're not going to talk about follow-up today. That's what Ignite's for. That's what everything's for. If you call someone enough times, you email them enough times, you text them enough times, you're going to do deals.
Right.
I don't care what you say in those. I mean, do scripts help you get better?
Yes.
I hope my team doesn't see this. I have some people on my team that do a lot of business from internet leads, and their scripts are awful. Awful. But do you know why they succeed? They can call them enough times. They could literally call and go, do you want to buy a home? No? All right, next one. You want to call and buy a home? If they do that enough times, they're going to get deals. Could they make more money if they have good scripts?
Yes.
Yeah, but don't let the fear of scripts and perfecting that prevent you from calling people a lot. Boosted posts. All right, so we're going to talk about boosted posts first. So we're going to fly here for a minute. I got an hour left. We're going to fly here for just a second. So we're going to start off by this, and then we're going to take a quick detour to show you guys something, and then we're going to keep moving on. The one on the left and the right. Which one do you guys like better? Those are both types of ads that people can run.
Right. Left, because there's more pictures.
And there's not a right or wrong answer. Both have some problems. So who likes the one on the right better? Perfect. I'd love to know why you like the one on the right better.
Bigger picture.
Bigger picture. Love it.
Simple.
Simple. Yeah. Love it. What else? What else does it have that you guys like?
It has more websites.
It has the address on
it. It has the address. Perfect. I love your guys' answers. Every answer you just gave me is exactly what's wrong with it. Okay? It's simple. The way that this was created was by going to a website and hitting the share to Facebook button, and it shared it to Facebook. That's a problem. We're going to talk about why. It's big. I love that. It's great if it's on desktop. Over 95% of our internet leads are going to come from mobile phones. It does not look good on a mobile phone, even though the website you shared it from took you 2 seconds to share it from. What was the other reason? The address? Yeah, the address also is, because here's the thing. Amanda's really smart. She's at home. She's like, I'll look at it later. She goes back to the ad and goes, oh, guess what famous website has passive on it? What website? Zillow does not force you to register to use their website, right? Do you know why they don't make you register? Because they have $1 billion budget and can send so many people there that it can be passive, right? The address can then be easily taken off. Go look at it on their own. Who's getting those leads now? Zillow from your agents, right? So that's everything that's wrong with that property. There's really nothing good about that post. I'm not saying that you guys are wrong, because why did you guys like that? It's because you thought like a consumer, which is no problem, right? Now you know when you think like a consumer, think about what you would like, and then do the opposite, right? If you would like that I don't want you to like it, because you can get all the information that you need, right? We're going to capture you. All right, go on the left. What do you guys like or dislike about that one? Because there's problems with it.
I like the multiple pictures.
Lots of pictures.
Do you think there's too many pictures?
Yes.
Yeah, so I think there should only be 4 pictures, and we're going
Yes.
to talk about why. Just listed, 3-bed ranch. What did I leave out after bedroom that most agents would include?
Bathroom.
Why did I leave out the bathrooms? Not even that, there's only one. Only one. Here you go, guys. Promote the good, hold back the bad. So if I would have put the bathrooms in there, I lose 20% of people because they're families. All right. If I said, I know this is hard to say, but what if I said 5-story home? I know this one exists. If I said 5-story home, would that automatically get everybody else that's wants a ranch? Cool. You lose 20% out because they don't care about that 5-story home, right? So we've lost 40% of our audience by that. What if I have the address in here? So what city, does Fruita line up to Grand Junction, kind of?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you've ever had a client that's like, I want to live in Grand Junction and Grand Junction only, and then they end up buying right in Fruita, right on the edge, because they didn't realize it might be in this school district or that school district, and the lines weren't where they thought it was. Well, if we run the ad, what you're going to find is you're going to lose another 20% of your audience because they weren't willing to go there. How do you run an open house and someone walks in and goes, oh, I really wanted a 4-bedroom, this is a 3, it won't work. What do?
I have another information.
Get your information. I got a whole bunch of 4-bedrooms. Oh, this part of Fruita doesn't work for you? You just now found out it was Fruita? You want to be in Grand Junction? Oh, it just happens to be my office is in Grand Junction as well, right? I can get you a home that you want. All right, what else is up here? There's a call to action. Check out the price, estimated mortgage payments, etc. we're giving them a call to action. All right. We got a 100-year-old grandma, because my grandma was like 95 and she was on Facebook, right? The one on the right, she's scrolling through. As someone that didn't grow up with technology, does she know that she can click that anywhere?
No.
No.
She has no clue. We all know that, she does not. The one on the left, it is very clear.
Right.
Click here with a link, and it's blue. We'll talk about that. So we do some deals and we call people, and she's like, sweet grandma, she's like, I don't know how you got my information, but by the way, my agent did die, or passed away, or it's been 35 years since, I've had to actually do real estate. Could you see how I just maybe would have lost another 20% of my audience if I didn't make it very clear on how to post it?
Right.
We would have, absolutely. So that's why these posts over here on the right.
Does that go to your website?
This goes to my website, so we're going to talk about that. We're going to build one of these here in just a second. Now, there's too many photos. What's the problem with 20 photos? Could they figure out there's only one back?
Yeah.
Yeah. We want the 4 best photos, so they think it's a fantastic home. They need to learn more. If you put the 4 best photos here, and they scroll through the 20, and they see there's a hole in the floor in the back that you're going to fall through.
Right.
Promote the good, hold back the bad. Right? Check out, what's the other thing that's on the top of the left screen that most of you guys may not have originally thought to do? Top screen, what's a lot of color? Emojis. You guys, a lot of you are like, that's a millennial thing. I get that. It is a millennial thing. But it's also a reticular activator thing that's in our mind. That will stop her eye a lot better than that one will, because it's color. And does this one look skinnier than the one on the right?
Yes.
The reason it got skinnier was because we stacked 4 photos. Condensed it. Would that look good on a phone screen compared to that one? Because when that one's squeezed down, it looks all disproportional. This will fill up her entire screen on a phone compared to like a little ad. Okay. So where to send them? In the future, you're going to send them to KW Command, and you're going to have a top-of-the-line CRM.
Right.
Just remember, if you guys want to access your KW Command, it's agent.kw.com, and you guys can all log in right now to KW Command if you did not know that. Not all the features are released yet. That's supposed to be coming in March. Your website must have capture turned on, and then you send them to a website using Bitly. We're going to talk about that. All right, demo time.
So I thought that with Facebook, you didn't want to have a link that took them out of Facebook.
You absolutely want to. All Facebook advertising is built on getting people outside of Facebook.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was keeping them in. Like
No,
Facebook
no.
wants you to stay in.
Well, we're going to talk about that later. There are some ways to keep them in. Okay. However, Facebook advertisers, they want people to go off your website. So we're going to talk about that. All right, so we're going to go to our business page real fast. Okay? You're going to start at your business page, and we are going to it's going to take me 5 minutes to make that entire ad, if that. And I'm going to go so fast you guys can't keep up. Ready? Okay. Go. Just kidding. All right, so when you go to write a post on your business page, what do you think the first thing you do is to get those 4 photos? You get your photos, right? So I conveniently already have 4 saved that are the best of my home, so I'm going to use those 4 photos. Okay, got my 4 photos. What do you think I put up here now to make it look like the last one?
Emojis.
Emojis. All right, if you got a MacBook, if you want emojis in there, you hit Control, Command, and Spacebar at the same time. It brings up all the iPhone emojis.
Control, Command, what?
If you have a Mac, so you guys are all going to start instant message each other emojis. I know it. Right?
Control, Command, and
Control, Command, and Spacebar at the same time. If you don't have a Mac, there's a website called coolemojikeyboard.com that works really well. Also, do you guys see in the bottom right this little insert emoji button? There's also some emojis that come pre-filled in here. Okay? So you guys can also use that. So cool. Hey Stacey, you can go ahead and pass out some of that stuff for me since we're a little short on time today. So we're going to talk about that mastermind group because I know some of you guys have to leave here early. Again, there's no pressure. You do have to sign up today, but we'll take a minute here after they pass it out to let you guys know if anybody that does want to join. So here, so even better, are we all graphic designers?
No.
All right, so rip off and duplicate is my favorite thing. Which means you can go onto my Facebook page and, okay, rip off and duplicate is not copyright. Very clear here, right? We do not copyright things and steal people's stuff. Now, a group I idolize, and I spent $1,000+ to sit in their room for just a few hours to learn how to make a ton of money on Boosted Posts was this group right here. The Joe Taylor group. I would really study their page and make copies of their page. And what I mean by make copies, they're in a page that I would aspire to be like. So when we go through their page, I want you guys to tell me what they posted 9 hours ago. A listing with some good photos, right? What did they post 23 hours ago? Perfect. It had 300 likes, 75 comments. Look at all these comments here. What can we do with those 75 comments during our play on Facebook time? Hey, why did you tag Mary? Why did you tag Caesar? Why did you tag Adam? Hey, why do you want the price and location? Okay, cool. So this is what I do all day, guys. What did they post on January 29th? Photo with 3 homes. Does that look pretty appealing with the hearts and the price and location? Yeah. All right, cool. Copy and paste.
Right. Okay. No, it's not wrong, yeah.
Watch this. Because here's the thing, guys. The top teams around the country are doing this. It's not copyright to use emojis in your post. Now, guess what I'm going to do? It'd be copyright if I posted this, but what's I'm going to do? Oh, those are not my features. That is not my link. This is actually, this is not on Acreage, but it does have no HOA. It does have RV parking, and it is a great price. All right, my ad is completely done once I put in the features and the URL link.
Right on.
Okay, I'm creating an ad off of this. What else did I just create for my page? I just created content.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Right.
In just a step, I no longer need to put blog posts or anything like that because my page will now eventually, when I do this every few days, will look like this. Now, my question is who in here has 30 listings to do in 30 days? Maybe got 30 listings in their inventory?
I wish.
I didn't even sell 30 listings last year in the last 2 years, right? Now, a market center of abundance or scarcity?
Abundance.
Perfect. You have no listings right now, and this room has 15.
Right.
Could you ask them if you could advertise those on your Facebook page? Can they do yours in return? There's some people in this room that are thinking right now, I don't want anybody to advertise my page. That's fine. That's fine. Because guess what? You could ask everybody else that. No, big markets here. So you know what I mean? Because here's the thing. Why do you care? If someone asks you if I can advertise your listing, go ahead. Because what's the worst thing that happens? They generate leads on their website and take them from Zillow, and they possibly sell a home in-house now, profit share goes up. Things go up, right?
What do you need if we're featuring other agents' listings?
So watch this. This listing right here is not mine. This is not my listing. But I called Regina, and Regina, can I advertise your listing? She's like, yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So at the bottom here, I go, courtesy of Regina Stout.
Colorado,
of KW, Colorado West, really.
Right.
Look at that. Because here's the thing. Where does the URL link go to now? My website or Regina's?
Yours.
Mine. What's my job is to convert leads, go to Regina and go, Regina, I'm showing your home tomorrow.
Right on.
Great, bring me an offer.
Great, bring me an offer. Can Regina be doing ads for her own home at the same time?
Yep.
Now we're blasting Grand Junction with KW stuff.
Right.
Seeing over and over and over again.
Instead of paying for it.
Okay, absolutely. Here's the thing. Bitly. If I were to go to my website right now, so I need to go to my website, okay, because we need the URL. I am going to go search for that home in the MLS. Maybe. Well, that one wasn't sold. I'm just going to use an example. Let's say that this home right here was the one, right?
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, exactly, sure. All right, so the URL is right here. So you would take the URL, you'd go into Facebook, and you'd post it right here. What's the problem with that? It looks really long and ugly, right? We're going to take it out. We're not going to put it there. We're going to put it into Bitly. Bitly is what we call a URL shortener. Okay?
And is it bit.ly?
bit.ly. That's the website. You don't type anything else. bit.ly. It's completely free. So when you hit create and you put this really long URL in there, guess what it's going to spit out? A really short URL for you to use now.
Oh, cool.
You guys can use that for anything.
Do you get to pick your title, or do they get to pick?
You can pick your title too, so you could actually title this Huge Home. Bitly.huge home. I'm sure that's already taken, so you can't, like, if it's already taken before, you can't use it again because then.
Right, you go to the same place.
But watch, if I hit save, if I want Huge Home 23456, that's my new link. I go over to my page, I paste it in there. That is now the link. Oh. It didn't take it, but you guys get my point?
Yeah.
You can use Bitly? Cool. Bitly will turn blue, which is cool because it will say, you could also even put an arrow right here if you wanted to. This is what I do a lot. To make sure people know where to click. Okay? Now, when I hit post, you could post it for free, and you could share it to where?
Everyone.
You could share it to your personal page that has 5,000 friends. You think some people are going to maybe register to see that?
Yeah.
Possibly. You may not get a ton of leads for it, but it's a great way to start for free. Okay? When you go onto Craigslist, what should your ad for Regina's home, if she's okay with it being on Craigslist, look like? just like that. Just like this. Put a bit.ly link on there. People will copy and paste it. Because why did everybody go away from Craigslist?
The murderers.
Here's the thing, guys. Have you guys ever heard of these scams that go on Facebook or on Craigslist?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Putting a home on Craigslist for a rental causes scams.
Yeah.
Not selling a home. I'll be very. I can't think of a way that it would cause a scam. Because here's the thing. You put a home on Craigslist, or you put a home up for rent. What do they do with that home? They duplicate an ad. Well, if you don't put it on Craigslist, what could they go do anyways? They could go on Zillow and just put it in for rent. So you putting it on Craigslist does not increase the scam rate, right? It doesn't increase the scam rate. Many times people that get scammed on Craigslist, they take listings off of Zillow or whatever rental website and they go put them on Craigslist without your knowledge. So it doesn't increase or decrease your scam rate. And so it's not a problem here. Now, so now you're sending them to your website, which has what? Aggressive capture. Okay. Now, if you're like, Justin, I have some money and I want to spend a budget, this is where the ad comes in. You hit Boost Post, and guess what it's going to bring up? People you choose through targeting, Glenwood Springs. Do you want that?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say Glenwood. I would say hit edit. We'll start with Grand Junction first, right?
Well, yes.
Okay, 26 to 65 plus. Why did I start at 26?
Because that's a good age.
That's the buying age.
I'd say it's probably the middle, the bottom of where the majority of your buyers are going to do. We're going to type in Grand Junction. Boom, look at that. When most of you sell a listing within this radius, don't worry about buyers, listings. Or would you know someone that's a close friend that you could refer it to if it's too far out of your range?
Right.
Perfect, then we're going to do it then, because I like referral money as much as I sometimes like other money. Because I do a lot less work on more referrals than I do dealing with a pain in the what client, right? Yep, sometimes. All right, cool. So within that radius, it's Grand Junction, 2665 plus. I go down here and it says there's 75,000 people within that. Guys, I live in a city of 75,000 people. I guarantee this will work for you because it's close for me. We're going to hit save. Okay? And we're done. That's it, guys. Don't overthink anything. So here's your budget, whatever you want to make it. $30 for 7 days, let's say. We're going to test this out. It says every single day you're going to reach 2,500 people for $4 a day. How many of you guys would give up Starbucks every single day and now get your business ad out to 830 to 2,500 people every day of the year? Are you going to become the king or queen of Facebook in Grand Junction if you can give up your Starbucks coffee? Yes.
So you were, I'm sorry, I missed that. You were posting your business page on there?
Yeah, no, this is your business page. This was built on your business page.
You were advertising like a home for sale?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So then you hit the boost button at the bottom. Now my question is, if you only have $30 for the entire month to spend, should you spend $1 a day? Like, think about it like an arcade. If you go to an arcade as a kid, would you much rather spend $30 one time and have a great night, or go there every single day and only play one game and come back?
All at once.
All at once, because it's a more fun night. Same thing with Facebook. If I said do this for 14 days and I'm only going to spend $14, does Facebook have enough time to actually give you any good traction?
No.
Only 150 a day times 14 is a lot less than maybe 2,500 a day. So if you only have $30 to spend for the month, guess where you spend it? In a shorter time period, and you take the rest of the month off, right? It's built over time, right? If we're talking $7,000 commissions, we're not just going to spend $14 in 14 days and hope to get a deal out of it. Right? But at the same time, what are you doing? You're posting on Craigslist and you're getting free leads from your business page, and what are you practicing? Those leads can still convert too, even though they're free, right? So we're going to hit set budget. We're going to hit publish. Can you guys see how in maybe 5 minutes you can make this entire ad? Right. You now have content on your page. Those people you're paying $20 a month to post content automatically sometimes for you, do you need those anymore?
No.
No, because you're making your own content already. Here's the thing, guys. Even if you guys did no more deals, even if you did no deals from this next year, would your credibility of your page go up? Yeah. Would your content creation time go down? Yeah, absolutely. All right, so, and you could even schedule this if you wanted to. I don't want this to start for a week. I could start it, I could backdate it. You can do it whenever you guys want to. So we hit publish, we're done. That makes sense? Super easy ad?
Yeah.
Cool. You guys need some examples? Just rip off.
Why would you backdate something?
Because, go ahead.
I'm not going to tell you what I would backdate something, but let's take, for example, I want my page to look really involved, and I forgot this year to post on Christmas. I might go back and make a Christmas post, like Merry Christmas, and backdate it.
Or like I've sold 17 houses, but nobody knows it because I don't even have a business page. So
correct.
There.
Yeah. So you go back. No, I sold a home this year. You make it look like your business page's been around longer than it has.
Yeah.
Yep.
So basically your business page, you're just utilizing it so that you can boost posts, because you can't do that with your personal page.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because here's the thing, when you want to list, you same good at social media and you're on a listing appointment, what does that person really want to see on your business page?
Their house.
You do a lot of listings. You can do no listings, but if her business page has 20 listings, it'll all say courtesy of Regina, courtesy of Matt, courtesy of Mike. What does she now gain in that person's mind? A lot of credibility, even though you never did a listing. We see profit share in offices go up from this because why? You get 12 new agents to together everyone achieves more. 12 more deals on non-cappers. What does that do to your profit share? That's $36,000 in company dollar that goes up just by 12 agents doing one more new deal. Right? Cool. All right. Any questions about that? So we're going to go to something real fast. This is why the PowerPoint's critical, because is everybody in your Market Center here today?
No.
Nope. If they need a recording of the first hour and a half of the class, obviously you have that, and I have a professional one for you. So you can share it to them, tell them to watch it. Script for other people's listings. And what I mean by this is not everybody's going to, if you went out to someone, especially more seasoned agents, you say, can I advertise your listing? What would they say immediately? Yeah, what are you talking about? This is a great script we use in email form. So I might send this to Regina and go, hey Regina, I just wanted to say thank you, or I just want to say you have a beautiful listing at 123 Main Street. I'd love to showcase it on my business page. If I have your permission to do so, as I do that with a lot of agents in the community. I will also boost the post so it gets out into the community. We make sure to put you as the listing agent for the property, as we never want someone to think it is our listing. Is this something I can do? If you have any questions, please feel free to call me. We'd love to try and get some more advertising and traffic to your listings. And maybe if I'm lucky, snag a buyer myself, and we can sell this home together. And maybe put it together, we can achieve more. Cheers. Also attached is an example of what it looks like. Screenshot of what ads look like. We actually have people in our town now that call me once a week going, Justin, can you advertise my home? Justin, can you advertise my home? Justin, can you advertise my home? Because we've advertised homes and then we show the property. We get lucky. I get a buyer, and I go, Regina, we're actually getting to show your home. And then Regina calls me next week, hey, Justin, I got your listing. Can you boost it for me? Because you're using, what are you using now of my money? You're using free advertising. Oh, Regina has 20 of you guys on board. Hey, I have 20 agents, and they all roughly have 2,500 friends on Facebook. So my database is about 55,000 people right now. There's only about 75,000 people in Grand Junction. Most of them are in my database, and I can get this home out to them within a day or two. Okay? Cool. Free strategies.
So should you just like everybody who wants to be your friend on Facebook? Yeah.
Well, you can't like them.
I don't mean like it. Except her.
Accept them and put them in the appropriate list.
Put them in the appropriate list. I'm a little bit more cognizant of accepting than I am outgoing. Like, let's say that you just get 1,000 requests today that are all strangers. I wouldn't accept them all. You know, some of them maybe. I want to be on the forefront, aggressive. I don't want to be on the back end getting requests. Because we're adding strangers, nor are we adding strangers with intentionality. Like, is her mom and dad a stranger for me? If it was an intentional stranger, yeah. Is someone from Fruta that you've never seen before adding you, is that adding an intentional stranger? No, because you don't know who they are. Now, if they have 28 connections with you and it says 28 mutual friends, could there be 1 degree of separation in there somewhere that may think that you should maybe have this friend? Yeah. Cool, so we're going to back out of this real fast. I'm going to show you guys something. So we usually have a few other things we're going to skip here because I don't think it applies to your guys' market as much as it does Denver. But I want to show you guys a quick thing. You're going to have to be quiet to watch this because I know there sounds a little low in here unless it's a button I don't know about. But I want to show you a quick thing in KW Command. And then we're going to take a quick 5-minute spill on conversion follow-up, and then we're going to do one last ad type, and then we're done. Anybody that's not going to the banquet, you're more than welcome to stick around for a few hours with Q&A. For you that are going to the banquet, there you go, have fun. Oh, yeah.
Tool and command to be able to market your business and market your listings. Go.
So what we're watching right now is KW Command, okay? You're going to have to be quiet to hear. He's going to show you how they actually just integrated Facebook into KW Command. So a lot of things we taught you today, you can actually do in KW Command going forward.
Let's dive right into it. So really simple. You come up here and create your first ad or campaign. This is going to tell you, okay, what is my campaign name? What do I need that to be? What is the schedule going to look like? How long is it going to be? What's my budget look like? And then what's my campaign goals?
All right, what's on the screen right now? Can you guys see all those pictures?
Yeah.
Google ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Twitter ads, LinkedIn
Facebook
ads.
is not on there.
It is right here. It is
Oh,
right in the middle.
Oh, okay.
Now, why do you think I teach my class only on Facebook ads?
That's your one thing.
Because if you guys can figure out how to do Facebook ads, KW Command will take care of the rest for you.
That's awesome.
You make a Facebook ad, it'll make an Instagram ad and a Twitter ad from that original ad.
That's awesome.
My question for you is do you think KW Corporate is going to make an ad that automatically pops on your screen for you?
No.
Yeah, they will. It will make it for you.
Oh.
Now, do you think that's the best ad to use?
No.
Because it's being made in the masses for average agents. The average agent makes $28,000 a year. Do we want to be more than average?
Yes.
So that's where you can take the strategies we taught today, edit it in KW Command, and you can keep moving forward. And you can put it on Instagram and Twitter. I probably won't use them for a while, but when the time comes, would it be very easy just to click the 2 extra buttons, and now you got ads on Instagram and Twitter.
You get listings, is it for recruiting? Is it to just to market my brand, maybe market an event, or just something custom? And then right here we have an example of what some of these ad channels are going to be. AdWords, Facebook ads, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and then some Nextdoor and Zillow. So you come in here, you put the campaign name, you select which ones you want, the campaign goal, click create, and when you click create, it's going to bring you to a page where you can set up these ads. So right here, you're going to be able to choose a property. Right now our goal is to market a listing, and when we do that, we can select a listing from KWLS. So we'll come in here.
So see how you just select a listing? It brings up all the office listings of your guys' office. So if Regina says, yep, I can advertise, I don't have to ask her for the photos. I just go, oh, I'm going to go get it from KWLS, put it in Command, we got an ad running within 5 minutes. I don't need the photos from her any longer.
Select the listing that we want to use. This is automatically going to pull all that information over for you that you need from that listing. It's got the schedule over here. Here's the property, the campaign goals, listing, and then here's all the different campaigns that we clicked on. We've set the budgets for those, and then when you come down a little bit lower, you can see, okay, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and AdWords are all going to have their own customization. So you come in here, you start editing, okay, I want this to be an Instagram story, here's the images I'm going to use, these images are directly coming from the MLS. You can do some ad targeting that's standardized using the algorithms that we built for you, or you can come in here and actually toggle expert mode. And expert mode gives you the capability to build out any campaign you want. Down here too, you're going to see, okay, what does that campaign preview going to look like? And here's
because what does that campaign look like that has some problems?
Once you save that, then that campaign's.
Did that look basic right here, the one they automatically created for you?
Oh yeah, right.
That's fine. We turn on expert mode, and everything I just taught you, what do? You go add the
it.
photos, you go add 3, you add 2, you take away that. Boom. We're now in KW Command. Never had to leave KW Command to make our ads.
So that video is in KW Command. I mean, you're in KW Command to create.
Right now, if you guys all log in the KW Command, you can make an ad to Facebook today. That part is released in KW Command. That make sense? Cool. Awesome. So I got one more ad type to cover, but I want to take some ahas first. What have you guys learned so far? I like to do those because I like to know what pieces to keep included in the class. And then I want to take any questions you have. I'm going to share with you what the mastermind's about for anybody that cares to join. And then we're going to do the last ad, which is my favorite ad of the, it will blow your mind, okay? If it hasn't already, this part will. It's crazy. All right, ahas. What, 2 or 3 ahas, since we're kind of limited on time.
The list.
List. Could you have taken the list from this class and gone away and made some money this year?
Yeah.
Because now you can get to a few thousand friends, right? Perfect. That should be the first thing you guys focus on for a little while, right? All right, another aha.
Bitly.
Bitly. Love Bitly. You can use that for anything. I love using Bitly for, like, if I'm a transaction coordinator or I'm sending out something, I can take these long URLs that I might need to put in my emails or whatever and just go to Bitly here. Click this, a little more user friendly. Cool. All right, awesome. Any questions about anything we've covered so far? There's a lot of questions. All right, question.
Can you do the friends on the app, the Facebook app?
That is, oh, that's a great question. Matt, let's add a slide about Friends app on the mobile. Okay, you guys could write that down. I get this question every time and I forget to put it in my PowerPoint. All right, if you guys are on your mobile, you guys cannot create lists. However, you can access lists to scroll through because it's much easier to be in bed, you know, at 10 o'clock at night if that's what you're doing already. You have to go into Facebook mobile. So you have to use Safari, Chrome, or Google, and you type in facebook.com and you go through there.
Okay.
And it does, they've updated that recently and it's really easy to use. And then you have to go to the menu and open it up.
Okay.
So what she's asking is, right now everything we taught is on a desktop, right? If you were to go to your Facebook phone app and try to find lists, you could not find them. So you have to go to Safari, Google, whatever's on your phone, and you type in facebook.com, and you have to use Facebook through like a web browser rather than use it on your app, right? Okay. Because that's the problem, is if you're out and about and you're on Facebook on your app, what's the problem with the app now if you have 5,000 friends?
You're seeing all of it.
And you're seeing all of it, there's no way to sort it out. So we don't use the Facebook app very often anymore, we use facebook.com on Safari. or whatever you're.
Yeah, there it is, you're right.
Yeah.
I confirmed it.
She confirmed. Cool. Perfect. Any other questions that before we get into the next ad type? Anything? Like we do have a little bit of time here for questions. Cool. All right. So before we get into that, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break because I have to do some setup for the next ad type because if you guys thought the other one was kind of easy, this one actually gets even a little easier. And we're going to do another quick demo with you, and then we'll be done. So quick few things on the mastermind if you guys want to join. Basically the mastermind, so you have your mind blown now. You're like, what buttons do I click? Here's what a lot of people do. I'm going to tell you what a lot of people do and what a lot of people don't. So immediately you get 60 videos of screen share. So you get like a 20-minute video on how to create lists. So when you forgot where the buttons were, guess what you can do? You can watch the video. We are filling a niche. We're making it extremely affordable at $50 a month, and even better, it's month to month because you guys are KW. So if you want to, go watch all the videos, learn everything you want, and you never want to learn more, you can cancel after your first month for all I care, right? I think you're going to find we have about a 95% retention rate because guess what happens in 60 days from now after you watch those videos? Hey, that's what Matt's back there for, right? Matt will come with me and change every single video that needs changed, and then we'll alert you. A lot of you guys have questions for me. Every Friday and Saturday we do a Q&A webinar. The last one was probably 2 hours long. Because here's what happens. She goes, I have a question for you, Justin. She sends it to me every Friday and Saturday. You guys ever heard of Dave Ramsey?
Yeah.
He's simple and easy, right? I'll sit on a webinar for 3 hours. I'll answer her question maybe on hour 2, minute 15. Do you want to sit through a 4-hour Q&A webinar of really simple questions you may already know? No, I'll tag you at hour 2, minute 15 so you can get your question answered. So it's like having a social media coach without actually having to pay $500 to $1,000 for one.
How do we get on that?
So yeah, that's what the mastermind is about. So the group, so I'll show you guys something else. Again, that's why we fill a niche here because we're month to month. Because here's the thing, who might join and go, I just don't like social media advertising, I think I'm going to go do open houses for 12 hours expires. That's a possibility, right? But knowing is knowing, right? Learning some knowledge, know what other agents in the community are doing. That's why we go month to month because if you're like, this isn't for me, guess what you can do? Cancel back out. You've learned some stuff, you're good to go, right? We find that most people want to keep learning. There's a few cooler things like who wants to learn how to use Snapchat to do business? Yeah, because who's on Snapchat because they want to monitor their kids? Only. Right. A few of you. Who's on Snapchat because they interact with their friends on it, right? All right. So who's on it for their kids' purposes? All right. So if I were to add your phone number into my phone, could I add you on Snapchat really fast? Yeah. Would you accept it? All right. Are you kind of OCD a little bit where you might want to get rid of the notifications every time you get one? Maybe?
Oh, I'm that way.
You're not that way? All right. Perfect. You're not that way?
I am.
You are that way. Yeah. So if I add you on Snapchat and I want to make you see something, I send it to you on Snapchat. What do you have to do to get rid of that notification? Open it. They have to open it. If I send one Snapchat a week, for the entire year of me doing business, hey, look at this awesome property, or not even better than that, me being a person, hey, look, I'm traveling through Chicago. She may not care about that, but what did I just tell her that she reminds me when I'm on the road, right? She now knows that I'm a traveling fool, and for 52 weeks a year, she knows that when she has a deal that needs to go into Longmont, who's she probably going to call unless she has a pre-existing relationship? Me, right? Same thing with our clients, right? So if I know the majority of my population has Snapchat because of their kids, and they don't use Snapchat at all, is it pretty rare to get a Snapchat from a friend of yours? Right? Do you guys ever get Snapchats? Do you guys just talk on Snapchat all day? A lot of you don't. So when I send you a Snapchat, you're like, well, this is unique. Oh, it's Justin, right? So those are just some other things we teach in the mastermind. Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat's coming out March 1st. We're doing a whole section on that. Let's say you're a team lead, right? Yeah. Do you have questions on recruiting? How you can use social media for recruiting? Yeah. That's a whole section that we're releasing as well, right? Or if you're like, Justin, I need to do a Facebook event. If you guys have any questions, they all go to Matt, and Matt goes, Justin, here are the 20 videos we need to make this week because we don't have a video on a subject that they want. My basement looks like a startup company. We have video equipment everywhere, and that's all we do all day until about 4 a.m. So that's what the mastermind's about. So we're going to take a quick 5-minute break. If you guys want to sign up, what we do is you just fill out the form. At the bottom, it does say it's a year membership. Leadership can hear me say this. It's not because you guys are at KW. We usually charge non-KW classes $150 a month. So a lot of people in there are paying $150 a month for this. You guys are KW, we don't do that. So if you guys have any questions about that, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break, let you sign up. If you're on the live cast and have interest, just let us know. But yeah, they're going to help you set up your accounts. So it'll take about 5 minutes to do that. If there's too many people that want to join, we'll just take your sheets, and during the break, they'll take care of it while we're finishing the last ad. And then we'll give you guys the sheet to shred, because I don't want your credit card information traveling with me anywhere. Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't want your credit card information.
Thank you.
I don't want it. So, cool. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break, and then we are going to show you guys the last section for about 20 to 25 minutes, how to make the last ad. If you guys join the group and you have to leave early, obviously all the videos are in there as well, so you're not going to miss anything.
If we want like an assistant to help us with that, then I should ask her for her permission and make sure she wants to do this.
If you want to, just mark the 50, and then if you want another account after, we can just add her on. Oh, it's your assistant, yeah.
So Facebook ads, way back when before real estate, I did like an online networking business, and they cut me off.
Okay.
That's permanent, right? Like forever.
They cut you off?
Yeah, like I can't do ads.
Did you make a new ad account?
No, they won't.
Can we look at it for a minute?
Yeah.
Just a minute? Cool. Yeah, let's look at it. I'd love to see it. Yeah, absolutely. Perfect. Do I need to stop recording after I hit stop recording?
No, because I didn't record it. So I mean, it's both. So if you hit stop streaming, it's
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. You have a question? She's looking for So these are the lists. It just means you don't have, these are your 2 lists you have right now.
How do I add the
So you would add it from your computer.
Oh, I can't do it on.
No, so to create lists, so like to create lists, so if you went on your computer and made all these lists, then you would be able to see they'd all appear. Yep. You can't create them. However, if this was your unnamed list that had a bunch of people in it, then you'd be able to scroll through. That makes sense? Cool, so you can't create lists or get people into the list, but once they're created, that's when you can scroll through and get information. Right? Cool. Absolutely. By the way, you guys have a nice market center here. I love your guys' location.
No, I actually helped.
Are you going to family reunion?
I am going to family reunion, yeah. Make sure to stop me if you guys see me at family reunion. It's always good to catch up with you guys. Yeah. Well, I'm okay with that. We'll have a decision. So you got to get Regina a maps coach?
She already texted her. So.
All right, good.
I did my maps coach there, and then she texted her already to tell me. So.
Oh yeah. And hey, if you guys don't mind, before we leave, do you mind if we grab a group picture?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. That'd be really awesome.
Anybody listening?
That's all right. You just said yes.
I did yes. I said yes.
You said yes for the group. You can just give them the mat or Stacy, and then we'll shred them before we go. All right, guys, we're probably gonna get started here in about 2 or 3 minutes. So if you guys are joining, just give them to Matt or Stacy. They'll take care of them before you guys leave, and we'll get rolling. Cool. All right. Can I use you again for a demonstration? Sure. All right. It don't matter. It's just kind of fake. All right. Perfect. Let me just do something real fast. I need to bring this up. So disregard what I'm doing here for the next 30 seconds. I just need to bring up an example so that way we can go through this quick demonstration. So I'm going to walk this around the room real fast, guys. So I just pulled something up. Holy cow, you got a big market center. We got a lot of people. This makes me, that's the only reason I teach. It makes me feel good to get a whole bunch of Facebook friends. Okay. So I want you guys to look at something. So this is the new ad we're about to show you, and I'm about to give her my phone in just a second. Once this loads, what's the number one problem? What's the number one problem with sending people to a website, even if the 5% fill it out? What could be wrong with the information they fill out?
They lie.
They lie, right? What if we could prevent that?
That'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome, right? So, I want to show you guys a picture once it loads here in just a second. So I'm going to come around real fast. So look at this. Look at this. Does that kind of look like an ad we made so far? If the picture loads. See the Learn More button?
Yeah.
Yep. Does this look like an ad we just learned how to make? It's got some emojis. It has a Learn More button on it. Did our other one have a Learn More button? No, it didn't. Okay, so we're going to show you guys all this. Make sure you guys can see it. Learn More. See how it kind of looks like an ad? Looks pretty similar. It only has one photo though, right? A little different. See how it's got a Learn More button in the bottom? See that? Okay, perfect. When I hit Learn More, what pops up? Does that look like a landing page? Does that look like a landing page to you guys? So it looks like a landing page. So what step did we just skip once they hit Learn More?
The authentication of who they are. They didn't have to sign up.
They didn't have to sign up. So, take my phone, hit Learn More, hit View Website. Thank you, I have your information now.
Oh, through Facebook.
See that? Did she have, you're good now. See that? See how
Why
fast that was?
one button?
One button. You see how fast she just gave me her information. Did it feel like you gave me your information?
Not at all.
No, you have no clue.
How do you?
I pushed it, I came up and said, "You're all set." That was it.
That was an ad created. She stayed within Facebook. She said, "Yep, I want to see the home. The information is now mine." What did it give me? What information do you think Facebook just sent me?
Your email address, phone number.
Your name,
Email, name,
maybe your
phone number. Did not have to fill it out.
Phone number, huh?
So
What I'm about
you
to
give
show you.
proper information and they can't fudge it.
They can't fudge it. They can fudge it. I'll show you how they can fudge it. However, could you fudge it? Not really.
No, not without knowing the
Hey, cookie.
backstory before.
Cooking dinner, oven rings. The
Oven rings?
Oven rings. Yeah.
Oh,
no. The oven rings. And previously, what would you not do? You wouldn't fill it out because you have to type it all in, make sure it's right, hit submit. What can you do now? Oh, view the website real fast. The information's now mine.
Yeah, I didn't even know I gave it to you, really.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Is that pretty cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm showing.
Doesn't happen very often.
All right, guys, this is one of my favorite ads. So, because I know some of you guys have to leave a little early, this is going to be faster than I normally do. Facebook.
Where are you teaching tomorrow so we can follow you?
Nashville, Tennessee. But flights are pretty cheap actually if you get to Denver. So. But hey, so if you guys need an explanation on this small section, there is a YouTube video out there on my YouTube page. If you guys search Justin Nelson Real Estate into YouTube, it is a Facebook lead ad example. Facebook lead ad example. Obviously, if you're in the mastermind group, you guys get like 15 to 20 Facebook lead ad examples that you can just copy, rip off, and duplicate. So this next method has got a few little tricks into it, which is why you guys got to make sure you do it correctly, because is Facebook all about money?
Yes.
Absolutely. So here's what we're going to do. See this big create button up here? We're going to hit create, and then we're going to hit create ad. Okay? So if it's called a Facebook lead ad, which one of these options on the screen? So it's saying, what's your marketing objective? Which one do you think we're going to choose?
Lead generation.
Lead generation. So right now, Regina said I could advertise one of her listings, so I'm going to advertise her listing over on 123 Main Street, Grand Junction. Okay. Now, what do you think I hit next? Continue. All right. It's going to ask me a whole bunch of questions. I'm just going to answer them. Don't answer them wrong, okay? Deal? What page do you want this ad to run from?
Your business page.
Business page.
Justin or Mike Nelson Keller Realtors, really? All right, cool. Answered that question. All right, next question. So on the left side, guys, this is a table of contents. So if you ever get lost, just look at the check marks. It said, yep, you checked an objective. You picked a page. Do you want dynamic creative? I don't even really know what that is. I do, but I'm not going to show you guys, so it's not useful. We're going to click audience. What does this look like? Does this look like a lot like a boosted post? Yeah, so we're going to hit exit. And guess what we're going to type in here? Grand Junction. We all said that we were willing to work a listing there. All right, we're done with the audience. Now, do you guys know how people can include or exclude real estate agents? You guys could type in right here. See how it says exclude, and you could type in real estate agents? Would most of you, have you guys ever seen that before?
Yes.
Okay, you can exclude real estate brokers from seeing this. Now, problem with this is the #1 mistake that's made. You hit include, not exclude. So your ad is now only being shown to real estate brokers. How well is that going to work?
Not super.
When you're doing a boosted post, the top one is exclude, the bottom one is include. They flip it here. I don't know why, but if you want, I think I have a good guess.
If you'll pay more money, you'll do another ad.
Regina does it. She says, Justin, it doesn't work. Can you look at my ad? I go, well, Regina, you guys are living in a small city anyways, and now you only showed it to less than 1,000 people, and they had no intention to give you information as a broker. That's why your ad didn't work. And you're like, but I thought I hit the right button. I'm like, well, yeah, they flipped it on you, right? So if you spent $100 on an ad, what are you probably really mad at now on Facebook? What are you going to do again to get back at them? Do it the right way and spend it. Yeah, you're going to spend another $100, and what are they now doing? They made $200 on it. Okay. That alone, in my opinion, is worth 1 month in the
So you
mastermind group.
literally push exclude instead when you want to include.
You hit exclude, and then you can put right here.
And you have to.
Like, why couldn't they have just put the exclude box here to start? But they made you open it up, because why?
Because you're buttheads.
They want more money.
Do you have to exclude all real estate?
You don't, yeah, you could.
Okay.
I don't.
Just brokers.
Honestly, guys, I don't like losing money. I just skip it.
So I heard a question. Rhonda, you asked if you click the other button. No, it's just they're in the different
They're
spot.
just in a different spot.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
actually
I saw
gonna
that
click
right
exclude.
after you said it.
So you
Okay,
don't
cool.
actually exclude anybody.
I don't exclude anybody, but I know a lot of you guys here out there where you should include or exclude, and then you start doing things on your own. I would just not even touch it and make sure your ads get shown. So see on the right side here how it says potential reach is 100,000 people? See how when I typed into here real estate agent and it went down to under 1? That's a good way to double check to make sure you didn't mess up.
Okay.
See how it turned to red? Facebook does at least help you make sure you're not totally being dumb. But I know I've lost a lot of money. I mean, some months we lost $1,000+.
Who lost a lot of money?
You did. at my button click, right? So that's what we want to try to teach you guys to make sure you don't do that. All right, so that's it. All right, now it's going to ask placements. Have you guys ever been on a game or a video and a video ad came up?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, have you ever accidentally clicked it and then were like, damn, I did not mean to click that? Is Facebook proud to tell the advertiser that you clicked it?
Yeah.
Was it a good quality click?
No.
Nope. All right, so this is asking where do you want your ad to be shown? On games, on videos, on annoying clickbait websites? Where do you want it? Facebook says they have a recommended option. Do you think that's the best option?
No.
Nope, because it's going to be put on games, and then you're going to get 1 million clicks. Then you're like, yeah, Justin, I got 1 million clicks, but I don't have any phone numbers. What happened, right? Oh, well, it was all the 4-year-olds that know how to play Candy Crush now, clicking your ad, right?
No, Baby Shark.
Baby Shark, yeah. You're playing Baby Shark, and now they're on ads on some website, and you're like, how did my 2-year-old just register? Because guess what the 2-year-old does? Can the 2-year-old click the big blue button you just saw on there?
Yeah.
And I call you, and you're like, what? Ah, it must have been my kid. I'm like, your kid? You're like, yeah, my 2-year-old. I'm like, your 2-year-old? That's how easy it is to register on the website, right? So we hit edit placements, and we're going to take it off everything except for Facebook. We're going to take it off the marketplace. We're going to take it off the stories. Oh, they even snuck in on you that they were going to advertise it on Instagram without telling you. So now we're only going to show it to Facebook. All right, we're done. So you guys see how we're just going down and answering the questions? All right, this is the next fun joke. It used to be, remember how I said you could spend $30 and then you could set how many days it went for? Right. They do the opposite now. It says how much are you going to spend per day, and it's going to run forever.
Oh, God.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Another reason you're seeing my big why of I hate agents spending money on things they shouldn't be spending money on. Because you run an ad and you get busy with life and you forget 10 days later, you've now spent $200 not needing to spend $200. Facebook ain't refunding you. If anybody can figure out how to get a hold of Facebook and get them to call you back, I will pay you a lot of money.
Just back when it says platform and you do Facebook, so it has feeds, marketplace, and stories.
We only show it to the feed.
Just feeds.
Just the feed, yep.
Why? You don't want it to go to Instagram?
You don't want to go to Instagram because your average age of the purchaser on Instagram is way low. Instagram is good for one thing, in my opinion: branding yourself to the other people in your network that also are on Instagram, right? Right? Yeah. Instagram is predominantly women as well. It's just a statistic. It is.
Really?
Because of the picture clicking. I don't know the psychology behind it. Stats show it over and over and over again. I don't know why.
Interesting, because I see more dudes on Instagram than anything.
Yeah. Well, why do you think dudes go onto Instagram if they know that 70%?
There you go.
So when the dude goes on Instagram to see chicks, do you think they're very excited about your home for sale clickbait? Not at all. So, great point. Now she proved my point exactly. Alright. You guys, if it's common sense in your head, like she just said out loud, it makes sense. So now we're going to make the ad. What do you think our ad's going to look a lot like?
Wait, what about the budget though?
Oh yeah, so So it's set to run forever.
Change that.
Change it. Just set a start and end date. We're going to start it today at 9:50 a.m. We're going to end it on February 6th.
What's your suggestion for a daily budget?
$5 to start, right? You know, if you have $1,000 a month, I'm not going to say spend $5 a day, but it's all dependent on budget. Yeah.
Do you have a suggestion on weekends versus weekdays?
Just run it the entire time.
Okay.
If you
I've had better success with open house
Yeah.
on the weekends versus.
Yeah. Well, of course you will on that one. These are just running all the time. It's almost like a Zillow ad running, right?
Okay.
But yeah, if you're running an open, guys, can that ad we just taught you a little while ago? You know where I said just listed?
Yeah.
Could we also run the exact same thing and just change it to open house?
Right.
Oh, guess what the one thing is that we're not going to put on there? On the open house ad.
The price.
And the time and location of the open house. Because what do they then have to register to do? They didn't have to click admission. Make sense?
Nice.
Yep, because here's the thing. They could see it, know what time it is, they could think about going, they don't go because the kid's soccer game runs over. Your ad was effective, but it wasn't at the same time, right? Alright, so we did that. We started at set and date. We're spending $20 a day for 7 days. Then the next thing on here is we're creating the ad. The only difference between, how many photos did we have on the last one? 4. This time it's only going to let you start with 1. Okay, it's totally okay. Which one do you think I'm going to pick by hitting change image? Probably the best one. Usually it's the outside of the home. So we're going to check the outside of the home. We're going to hit continue. Okay. Now you get to see an ad preview on the right side. It says sign up. Does sign up sound inviting? No. We're going to hit learn more. Okay. Perfect. What do you think we put in the text box here?
Emojis.
Rip off and duplicate. Let's do an open house. Open house near you. Why did I say near you?
Because we're a small town.
We're a small town. Fruita's near you. Heck, Glenwood's near you for all I care. Right? Next civilization, hour away. Yep. Cool. Open house near you. Click here to see all photos, price, and location.
I love it.
Oh, look. And guys, what's really cool is you guys can just rip off and duplicate everybody else in the mastermind group because they're in Cleveland, Ohio, or North Carolina. Are they going to compete with you? All right, cool. So there we go. Look at this. Look at how clean this looks. Open house near you. Click here to see all photos, price, location. Oh, and maybe even open house times.
Yep.
Open house is running 24/7. Is it running 24/7? Yeah, sure. I can show that house 24/7. Right. I'm not saying you have to do that. I probably would never put that. But. Perfect. Some teams do that though. I don't find it very easy to do, but I get it.
I got a question for you. So when you do something like that, you're not showing any information.
Yep.
Are people likely to just skip over it because they're like, what, these people can't figure out how to put any info?
95% will absolutely skip over it. 5% will register. Here's the thing, 95% will be like that, and they will never think, they know exactly what you're trying to do. They're consumers, right? When you go to Amazon and it shows you an ad and you're like, well, click more to learn more, you obviously know that an advertiser being paid $500,000 a year could put the information there. You know why they're not giving it to you, right? Or why you have to click next, why not, right? In this case, they know 95% will bounce. Here's the problem, you get 5% of the information. If you put all the information, you might get 1%. Right? Even though they all saw it, you know, it's just about lead generation, right? Who runs open houses to sell that house? Not many of us, right? Who to sell the house? But when we go into our Ignite classes and they say go run 100 open houses this year, do they say that because they think you're going to go sell that house 100 times? No. They want you to get more leads and more lead gen. It's got to be the same thought here, right? Could you make another post that's more branding, like your flyers and things? It's kind of anti-marketing, right? Like you're holding back, but in my opinion, marketing without contact information to get a hold of them, Nike and them could have all the great marketing in the world, but if you don't know where their store is,
right,
you can't buy it, right? If I could have all the great marketing, but I can't get a hold of them, I can't sell them a home, right? Cool. Open house times. So then down here, see right here, there's all this blank space by Learn More. Well, I'm going to put click here to help my 95-year-old grandma figure out where to click, right? Click here. And we can put all these arrows. So see how it's leading them down this funnel of Learn More? There you go. Okay. We're done. Does that ad look pretty good?
Yeah.
Super clean. All right, good to go.
So then you click there to see all the pictures and everything. So where's your information?
Wow, Chad, great question. We're about to show you that.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to go down here. Now we have to make a form because what did we used to do? So there's a button that says Create New Form right here. At the bottom, it says Create New Form. Because we used to send them to our website, and what would pop up on our website?
The registration.
A registration form. Facebook says we're not going to send them to your website anymore. We are going to just do this. We're going to call it the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Main Street Grand Junction form. That's Regina's loan. Then we're going to answer 5 questions, and then we're done. First question, do you want more leads or higher intent leads?
Higher intent.
You would think higher intent, don't push it. All right.
Don't push anything?
No, yeah, don't push anything. Yep, leave it. Intro, do you want an intro or not? Let's say no, okay? Questions, what questions do you want to ask them? What information do you want to sneakily get from them? Email, full name, and what else?
Phone number.
Phone number. Also, if you want their Brazilian national ID number, their Peru national ID number, their Colombian, I don't know why that's there, no clue. You guys like to make that joke because that makes no sense to me at all why that's there. But, okay, so we got full name, email, phone number. Is that all we need? I'd say yeah. There you go. Questions, done. So you can see on the right now, see how the form fills in their email, their full name, and their phone number? And all they do is click submit. Okay, super easy. Privacy policy. Do you guys have KW's privacy policy memorized in your back pocket of your purse or wallet? Yeah, right there? Yeah. Right, cool. All you guys do is go to your website. Your Play Store website has it. So I'm going to go to reginastout.kw.com. At the very bottom of the screen, there's a terms of use of privacy. Click on privacy. See how you have a terms of privacy you didn't even know about? You can take that, you paste it right into here. Okay? All right, cool. Last question, the thank you screen. Because here's the thing, when she was standing up here and she clicked the button and got to the last screen, what has she not received yet?
The information.
Cool. So we're going to change this button down here. It says view website and all pictures. So she's giving me her information. It says view website and all pictures. It now says where do you want to send her? Where do you think I send her now? To see all the pictures. Why do I not send her to our website? What's wrong with our website? What's our website do? It's already going to ask them to register again, right? We already have their info. Where do you think I send them? Just a guess.
To an MLS page?
To an MLS page anywhere. It could be Realtor.com. It could be KW.com that has MLS on it. It could be Zillow.com. Why do I not care if they go there?
Because you already have their information.
Could they possibly register on Zillow.com and get a lead? They could. But what is Zillow.com? It's passive, right? The likelihood that you already have their information, then they'll go to the website and then give more information, what's the likelihood of that? None. I already gave my information, I'm going to give it again. It's almost nothing. So, guess what I would do? I would just go to Realtor.com. Homes for sale in Grand Junction. I would find the home on 123 Main Street, right? I'd go find Regina's home, so I log in. Grand Junction. Oh, this is Regina's home that we're advertising. Click it. We click the link, the URL link. We go back to Facebook. We paste it. That ad is now completely done. So look at this. That's it. I know we went through that fast. Again, if you guys are in the mastermind, there's like 15 plus videos just on this one subject. If you're not, there's obviously a YouTube video that covers it a little less in depth, but it can still give you guys good information. So we'll hit save and we'll hit finish. Your ad is now done. You go to the bottom, you hit confirm. Your ad is now running. The industry average for this right now is $4.50 a lead. Okay. Very good.
So clarify why you would only go to Realtor.com and not our website?
Because your website's going to ask them to register again.
No, I mean on an MLS sheet though that already shows all the listings.
You can do that too. Yeah.
It's still gonna ask them to re-register?
It depends on what your MLS is set up like. If yours is not set up to ask them to register, you could absolutely send them to an MLS.
Can we do listing power tools?
Yep, great question.
Send them there.
Yeah, you can send them your listing power tools, whatever you guys have. So. Cool. Well, awesome. Well, that's all I have for you guys. Again, if you're not going to the luncheon, I'll be here for Q&A. So I'll stick around. I'll keep streaming until that's done.
And you wanted a picture, not everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. If you don't mind grabbing a quick, if you guys have to skirt, totally cool. Can we grab a quick picture with everybody? Cool. And then if you guys still need to register, we got time. You just drop them off with Matt and Stacy, and we'll take care of that for you. Grab a light real fast. Closings aren't bad. I'm thinking going back here.
I think I was just going to photo. I can send it to you or whatever.
Awesome. Thank you. Come on, fill on in.
I know, right? Oh.
I love it. Wait, do you want to be up here? Well, why don't you get up here?
Oh, you got a map. Good. I like it.
Why is it like an open the app between myself?
All right, y'all ready? Everybody say Regina's going to sign up for MAPS coaching.
Yay! 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Sweet. Perfect. Thank you guys. Yes, thank you. Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I already had a call or text from MAPS because Amanda Espinosa sent my name and went over to her coach.
It's good catching up.
Yeah.
I only had about 16
I have to admit that one of the things he did, well, up until last night, I thought Jennifer was fantastic.
Yeah, that's what most of them. Yeah, that's usually the joke I believe. It's like, he's my brother, and he's we get that all the time, especially with clients who've never met us and we meet them and they start using them.
And then I'm like, that's such a baby face. Yeah.
Exactly. We get that all the time. Usually he makes a joke about that too. He's like, God, his brother. And his son. I appreciate it whenever clients say that. That's the best client ever. We are brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just was kind about 6'3", 280 or whatever he weighs. Fairly big kid.
Yeah.
For sure. No, it's good. Yeah, no, he usually likes it. He usually gives about another hour.
Oh, I can see.
I can see this.
He's talking really, really fast.
It's not quite that. yet, so.
It was, I think, but it was such a great.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, and it flew by so fast, like, oh my gosh, you know,
Great.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for inviting me.
Thank you.
It's good to see you again, Regina.
Yeah, you too.
You gonna go to luncheon? Good.
I like listening to our
Good. Well,
Are you not going?
Yeah. Last week when we did the. I am.
good.
It's easier with the blonde to pass it.
Except for now I have to go out.
Start kind of girls. Just
No.
what guy came here. Just painting it putting my best foot forward. Better go
So put your listing on.
I know a lot of, but I know a lot of people are going to search for that, right?
Yeah, I think so. I was gonna double check.
I'm Nicole.
I have another one.
The what?
Oh, okay. This is a great class. I'm supposed to be she already left. Yeah, she's on going to the thing. I think this is her drink though.
We go down there just every once in a while.
So, it's been a spring, it's been a shot.
Let me go grab you
You guys have 2 seconds.
It's just when you click on, you wanna look at something, it automatically asks for a schedule out.
All right, you guys log in to mykw.kw.com, which is just your KW login. Well, they're asking how to change it to aggressive.
Oh.
And then you guys can help the rest of the people in the market center that need it.
Various.
Technology.
If they come to Montrose.
If they come to Montrose, I like it. All right, so technology right here, right?
Yeah, got it, yep.
KW websites. Technology, KW websites, it says your website's ready. Yours will already be ready.
Right.
Like that. And then you log in if you're not already logged in.
Right.
No, I feel like it has to
Okay? And then you just hit the edit site button. You're editing the settings.
Okay.
And then you go find the button that says lead generation.
Oh.
Lead capture.
Lead capture, sorry. Lead capture.
Come on.
Lead something.
Lead something.
Mine's aggressive.
Okay.
Yours is going to probably be set to passive to start, most likely.
So just click that. So just click.
Click it.
And where do you find that at?
Now here's the thing, big mistake people make. They click aggressive, they go, all right, I'm done. And then they go run an ad to their website. What's the problem with that?
You didn't do anything to get it right.
We didn't click save. Even though it looks like it, you have to go down here to the bottom and hit this little green button.
Okay.
Right down here.
So that's at my KW.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
Thank you.
Yep, so again, just real fast, you go to MyKW, Technology, KW websites. Your website's going to appear, sorry, that was wrong. Technology. So you log into MyKW, go to Technology, KW websites, it's going to launch you right here. Click my website.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Hey Matt, we're going to make a document called Playster changing Playster settings. Okay. And then we're going to pass it out during the rest of the classes.
And then on the mastermind
When he
group.
says we, he means you.
Yeah, usually. Yeah.
KW
You just
website,
call
log
us.
in, edit site, lead, edit site, edit site, lead capture, and then you just click to run it.
And then on the thing it's for the
Are you guys down for the weekend lunch?
That does not exist.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're taking that. I obviously, not trying to. I don't care where you work at. You're not taking it, you obviously usually. The competition, yeah. Awesome. Yeah,
Okay, here's this. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thanks for the class.
Thank you so much.
No, that's why it's
I would say that it's, like, that's what Mike was talking about, right? It's easy enough for him to do because that's how to do it. It's, are you using leverage?
We will. Are you still doing like that?
Posting's always going to be you, right? Posting's always going to be you. Going through the list of making things, a lot of the assistants, branding post, you know, things like that. obviously run ads. Because the biggest thing about ads is people start spending money and they don't watch them.
So maybe what I should have done is done my assistant and and then once she gets it down, then I just stay on there.
Honestly, you can just give your assistant. I know you won't. Just give your assistant.
I'm just, I want to make sure she's on board with everything, you know, too.
Yeah, just watch it up there. You know, I think a lot of that's going to happen too. You can teach her what you want to do and not do. So. Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah, you're that way around there still. Who's that? What? Okay, well, she's a suck up maybe. Amanda? You. No, you.
No, when I talked to you on the phone.
Oh, we sound the
like
same.
that,
Well, yeah, and I dealt with her for the last year.
I knew you were. I knew you were the younger brother on the phone. And then.
I'll take that.
And then when I met you guys last night, I'm like, wow. I'm like, oops, where you go? I'm like, wow, he's really young. And then when I asked you how old you were, I'm like, man.
The parents must have had some real separation in that.
You just really grade fast.
Yeah,
or something, right?
Yeah, it's actually funny.
Closer to my age.
What's funny is he's only graded like the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Since I started expansion and building a team.
Yeah, building a team and expansion made him grade real fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See if you're dead in the road.
That's just like a follow-up thing I have to do later.
Okay.
I'll lose it.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for being our one that you can pick on.
Nice little. This is all our office needs is a training room on the side. So yeah, I think the new thing will hopefully be this.
Yeah, I think it will too. For the remodel.
She had a quote from Mark Zuckerberg.
Because we're not going to ever bring in a big speaker into our office, so we have a training room half the size.
No.
Yeah, our training room is half the size of this.
Ours in
Crazy.
Montrose is about the size of it. You guys are.
How are we? Yeah, not really. We have 140 agents, but still. But even if you guys wanted to hold a class like this, you couldn't because the instructor's going to have 14 or 18 people in the room, and it's like, well, that's not.
Yeah, they would work.
All right, so now we can have a
I'm trying to do everything we gotta do.
Yeah, I know. And that workstation by the copy machine for shredding, they go a couple times a week. Yeah. All right, you guys, have a safe trip.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. And
My brother's going to drive us most of the way. So.
drive you crazy.
Right, my brother.
Your brother. Your brother.
My brother.
Damn Skippy, brother.
Yeah. Well.
I'm telling you, we get it more than you think.
Yeah, it is.
I tried to get my son to do stuff for my business, and I realized how little he pays attention in school when I had him addressing Christmas cards and putting the return address label where the stamp.
Regina, it's okay. I didn't know until about a month ago how to actually address a card because our assistants are so awesome. I had to go in there like, where do I put the address? I don't even know.
I guess I'll feel better than.
Yeah, that's why I tell you that. I don't usually tell people that, but I'll tell you that. He's got hope.
Let's put it, he's so startup that I had to share a bed with him last night. That's how.
Oh no, you didn't figure it out? The cocoon?
That's right, because Queen got her bed ready.
Hey, all I'm going to say is I operate on my own, and when you decide to join us, that's your own damn fault. I could have bought my own room, I have no doubt. However, I wanted some of the brotherly love.
We'll talk to you soon, hopefully on Spots, okay?
See you later.
Okay,
Bye, take care.
How far is the drive back? 6?
A little over 4 if I fly.
It's not bad. To Denver, it's not bad.
We live an hour north of Denver.
Yeah, 40 minutes.
Yes, thank you.
And then there's like a little, there's a Justin follow-up.
That's not bad.
No.
You should come over to this side of the mountain.
I know. Well, I
The
need
good
to
side.
come out here in the
It's less
summer.
crowded here.
Yeah, I know. I need to come over in the summer. The problem is I fly out so much now that I don't even want to know what the cost would be to fly out of this area 24/7 without having to go to Denver.
Yeah, so we'll just
I
have
don't
to.
think it'd be possible.
It depends on where you're going. You know, you can only go to places like, in the wintertime, you can go places like Dallas,
Okay.
places like that, LA. In the summertime, they cut some of those flights out because everybody's coming here to ski in the wintertime.
Gotcha, yeah.
So you can definitely go to Phoenix.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, that makes sense. Are flights somewhat affordable out of here or not really?
No.
No. Okay.
Smaller airport.
Probably what? 400 or 500 each way?
Well, I think Regina was saying it was like 5 or
depends on-
6 to go to New Orleans, but just
Yeah, I think it was 6 to go
That's not terrible.
to family
I mean, that's a
reunion.
lot, but it's not. I mean, I would think
It's not
more.
terrible. No,
I
it's
guess
not.
not
It's just
super-
when you look when you look at the rates from Denver, you're like, huh.
It's almost worth me hiring a driver on Uber for.
Yeah, you can do it.
I mean, yeah, you definitely probably could drive.
I take the train sometimes, that's only if you have a lot of time, and which you don't.
That would be cool
You're
though.
gonna be in Nashville tomorrow.
Well, so we're leaving Friday.
Okay.
Sorry. We don't even know yet. We're leaving tomorrow night or we're leaving Saturday morning.
Class is Monday.
Class is Monday, so we're gonna obviously go there a few days early.
I would.
See Nashville. I gotta take
I
advantage of
definitely would. I've
Nashville.
not been to Nashville.
Yeah.
I've been to Memphis.
Okay.
I've seen Graceland.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, no, I bet you will end up in
Elvis
Memphis.
was ahead of his time. In his dining room, he had 6 television sets set into the wall.
Really?
Because obviously they were the really
Big,
wow.
wow.
In the 70s.
That would have been like the 70s, yeah. Wow, that's
So
awesome.
he was way ahead of his time in that
Yeah.
sense. And then if you really want to take a trip down, you go down to his little family room, which is the jungle.
Okay.
Totally 70s.
Yeah, I can imagine, yep. No, that's awesome. So, well, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much, Justin. We appreciate all of
Absolutely. Thank you. Same here.
I learned a lot.
Good.
A little bit sooner.
Oh, I need to hit finish streaming.
Thank you. Have a good day.
But yeah, I know. But you'll get fast. You're pretty fast.
Is that your coat, Justin?
The one-
Yeah, forget it.